Skub. Get into this bag, I do whatever that I gotta do. Smoking green so fresh and clean while rolling down the avenue. 57 Malibu, we made a stop in Malibu. Then she lift my dick up, licked the tip and got the hiccups. She was drinking brandy, I pour foes into a pickup. And if I gotta lift up, make a nigga do a sit up. Watch out, he got lit up, you cannot fuck with us. I'm a gorilla dog versus 100 y'all, shit's about to get vicious. Skub hella different, need to stop and pay attention, bro. Listen, bro, Sarah Geller into galactic angel flow. I'm vamping out, I gotta tapping out. Bit a little ass and I'm bouncing out. Watch out for the sinners, nigga. I ain't no beginner though. Give and go, find out what you living for. I'm slim with the stature, I hit your ass with the rapture, then I dip off in the Hellcat and no, you can never catch us, cause first you gotta stack up, I mean, get all your racks up, then you elevate your status, call up your boy if you wanna match up. I attack the beat like I attract the beat, and you bitches need to catch us. Believe me, you ain't fucking with me, and I'm cooler than the cactus. On a rainy, shady day, you can lose your life and fade away. This is my mission, lyrical microphone display. Dose. Skub. Get into this bag, I do whatever that I gotta do. Smoking green so fresh and clean while rolling down the avenue. 57 Malibu, we made a stop in Malibu. Then she lift my dick up, licked the tip and got the hiccups. She was drinking brandy, I pour foes into a pickup. And if I gotta lift up, make a nigga do a sit up. Watch out, he got lit up, you cannot fuck with us. I'm a gorilla dog versus 100 y'all, shit's about to get vicious. Skub hella different, need to stop and pay attention, bro. Listen, bro, Sarah Geller into galactic angel flow. I'm vamping out, I gotta tapping out. Bit a little ass and I'm bouncing out. Watch out for the sinners, nigga. I ain't no beginner though. Give and go, find out what you living for. I'm slim with the stature, I hit your ass with the rapture, then I dip off in the Hellcat and no, you can never catch us, cause first you gotta stack up, I mean, get all your racks up, then you elevate your status, call up your boy if you wanna match up. I attack the beat like I attract the beat, and you bitches need to catch us. Believe me, you ain't fucking with me, and I'm cooler than the cactus. On a rainy, shady day, you can lose your life and fade away. This is my mission, lyrical microphone display. Dose. Man, y'all know what it is and y'all know what it ain't, man. It's another episode, another one of Ridin High Presents Off the Kush podcast with the host with the most, your boy Skub, you dig? And go stream the new song, my new single, Gold Fangs, just dropped there yesterday. And I got a special one in the building today, man. A fellow artist, a nice one. Bars, nigga, that's what we on, these bars, man. My player partner, Texas State Armadillo, is in the house, man. Appreciate you, my guy, appreciate you, man. So look, for the people that don't know and should know, go ahead and let them know where you from.
I'm from here in Corpus Christi, Texas, born and raised.
Come on, man, what side?
The east side.
No shit, the east side of Corpus?
Yeah, straight up east side, Ace of Spade, old school. That's where I grew up. Yeah, right there.
A little bit closer. There you go.
We straight right there? Yeah? Oh, already.
No shit.
I grew up in a neighborhood over there in Adam Street. And
okay, break that.
I was just gonna say,
time out. Let me time out. I got this. Okay. I got you. Time out. Okay, now before I get into my main question, which is, what was it like growing up in your day on the east side? For people that don't know, explain to them the east side of Corpus.
Break that down.
Well, there was a lot of gangs.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up, ain't like that no more. But yeah, pretty much. I mean, what we did for fun was just bleeding the block, looking for cars to break into houses, and this is like real talk. This is stuff that we did. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what do you consider the East Side? Looking at this map, I know y'all that's tuned in, y'all can't really see, but what is considered the East Side?
East side of Corpus.
I want to say from the ABC streets all the way to Port on the other side of La Armada.
No,
all the way
shit.
straight down past all the number streets, 18, 16, 17, all the way down.
So like the
probably
freeway.
all the way into Ocean Drive right there, and then it comes all the way back, which is like Collier Pool, Collier Park, all that right there.
No,
Ocean Street.
Like East
Yeah, that was all. Yeah, that was all.
That was all the
we used to
east,
bleed the
nigga.
block, all east right there, like back in the Gap. You know what I'm saying?
So then what is Spader's Hood?
Right.
Pretty much all those streets: Adams Street, Vandy, Olsen, Houston Street, Lazy Lane.
Okay, all the streets off of Carroll Lane.
Yeah, they were all Bronner, pretty much. Everything around Bronner. You know what I'm saying?
No shit.
All that around Bronner. All that ball straight down
That was
Bronner.
all Spader shit.
All that right there, straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That big ditch, that ditch and shit. Where
This
that?
area
Yeah.
right here?
Yeah.
Like all this area right
All
here?
that area right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just asking that last week.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
Yeah, I mean, I don't gangbang no more. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh,
I
yeah,
still,
no.
I don't forget where I come from.
No,
though.
exactly.
really?
So
Real talk,
Oh,
the conversation started because we were talking about the 90s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Right.
what territories were what and what
Right,
gangs
right,
were
right,
doing
right.
what where. So for me, I consider the ABC streets the South Side, like almost the beginning of the South Side.
Yeah.
Like for coming from the Northwest side, on that side of the freeway, South Park, whatever the fuck, Sackey was all South
Cause
Side. to
look,
me.
when I was on Green Grove and I would ask niggas like, so what side would
Yeah, that
I
would
be
be East side,
considered
Green
on?
Grove, that's also
I would,
right there,
I
all
would
that,
be
yeah.
like, what side am I on? And I would get you're on the south, and I would get your like central.
To me, the South Side is the other side of the freeway.
yeah.
Already.
PID, all that right there. That's
Already.
the old South Side. Now the new South Side is deep,
Yeah,
deep
deep.
South
So
Side.
you talking about
Yeah.
so you're talking about like where the old Lexington Manor, Manor
all
used to
that
be.
right there.
That
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
like the beginning of the South.
all that right there, yeah.
Okay, and then when you come on this side of the
And then
freeway,
the freeway on the other side, which is like Greenwood and all that,
Right.
That's all West Side.
yeah,
Los
right.
Encinos.
West Side,
right. Los
Yeah, Los
Encinos,
Encinos,
right,
that's
right,
all
right.
West Side. You know what I'm saying?
Once you pass Crosstown, that's the west, and once you on this side of Crosstown, that's the south. So I would still consider like the trade center, like the south,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, more or less.
That's all
Because that's on
Sackey.
this side, yeah.
Sackey,
That's
yeah.
all
Yeah,
Sackey.
That's on-
but like I said, that's old South. Now that
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right,
saying.
right,
Now the new South. When you talk about South Side now, it's all over there. Veterans Memorial,
Okay,
all
and-
that
and
new,
it's Jocelyn.
Yes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No
So,
shit.
Streets
Yeah.
that didn't even exist.
that never. Yeah, it's like a whole nother city over there. Real talk. It's like straight up the size of
Just naming
Corpus.
streets after movie characters and shit over there. Like
Yeah.
Otter Man Street,
Already.
Street and shit like that, bro. Literally.
I remember when Way Out Weber used to be way the fuck out there.
Oh yeah.
Lakes and all that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
far
yeah.
as fuck. Like
Yeah.
No shit.
now, it's
Yeah, yeah.
like you said, there's farther than that now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
way
Okay,
farther.
so how old were you? And I don't want to like give away your age, but around how old were you in the early 90s? 91, 92, 93. How old are you around this time?
Well, in '89 I was 13 years old. That's when I first.
Okay, so you
connected
was
with the
out
clique.
there.
Yeah.
You was out there,
Prime
nigga.
time.
Yeah, I graduated in '93. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga was all the way out there,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, 10 toes deep.
That nigga was out there, boy.
Yeah.
No shit. What was it like in Corpus in 93, dog?
Well, pretty much the same thing because there's a killing almost every day now. Back then, there'd be
Right.
drive-by shootings, people
Stop it.
stabbing people. Actually, it was more throwing chingazos, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fighting, other than pulling out a gat. And if they're going to pull out a gat, they're going to drive by your house and shoot you back
Yeah.
then. Now, somebody's just going to just drop you right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
But that goes
That's
back
just
to
the way it
thing,
is,
too,
you know?
that when they were saying it was like a big topic, like whenever Lil Ronnie died a couple of weeks ago, they said that the kids were off limits,
Yeah.
And basically they were saying, bro, in the 90s, motherfuckers drive by and shot up the whole house. They didn't-
Everybody,
They didn't care who was
nigga.
Sometimes they would even shoot up the wrong house. I'm
Yes.
just being
Yeah.
honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like,
bro.
what
You
the
1,000.
fuck?
Yeah.
Damn, boy.
Them niggas was, hey, them boys would come by with a Mac 10, nigga, and like you got to remember these is teenage boys, nigga. So when they would pull the trigger, the gun to fucking or the gun, you know what I'm saying? Niggas will spray every goddamn body, bro.
Yeah.
On accident like a motherfucker, dog.
That's
I
why,
lost quite
like,
a bit of my homeboys did from the clique to violence like that, bro, in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Did you live on
Gang
East Side
banging,
your whole
dog.
life?
Yeah, I grew up. I grew
So
up
coming
there.
out of the womb, y'all was living where at?
Well, when I first was born, we lived right there behind Memorial Hospital, right there on Ruth Street, and then my mom got into housing, and we ended up moving to La Armada. I think like in '78.
Which one?
La Armada 1.
Oh, okay.
And then from there in 1980, we moved into Parkway, which is them apartments right there by Sam Houston, where the Y is at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's they first built them there, so they moved us there, and from there I grew up. Yes, the house. Yes, they're all brick homes. They look like Treyway, exactly.
Really?
Yeah. They look like all those the same apartments. So I grew up there all my life since a kid, having kids. You know what I'm saying? My
shit.
parents. You know what I'm saying? Getting all my pops passing away there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my mom just barely moved out like about 3 years ago. She's living with my sister now. You know what I'm saying? But but all my life, that was the hood, bro.
So in those days, were you familiar with like projects on the south side, like Treyway?
Yeah.
You were familiar with that?
Yeah, as a
it
matter
took
of
me
fact,
later in life
as
to
a matter of
realize
fact,
there were projects.
I was in housing for
shit.
a minute too, like myself when I had my kids. You know what I'm saying? And I
Treyway,
lived in
a nice
Treyway for
little
a little
project,
bit, you know.
man.
So, but other than that, I mean, I was already a family man, kind of.
Fuck
You know,
yeah.
I never really fucked with that, with the gangs and all that.
Yeah.
At that time, so it was pretty much just. I mean, but as far as like you said, the hood growing up and doing all kinds of stupid shit, that was all that neighborhood, dude. We fucked that neighborhood bad. We came out on the front page newspaper. 7405 was the worst fucking area code. And in one of those years, dude, in the 90s, bro, we came out literally, dog. They invented the fucking gang task force, dude. Officer Ford and Amendares, dude. They were the first gang unit here in Corpus Christi, bro. It was just them two inside one fucking cop car rolling around all the
Terrorizing.
fucking neighborhoods.
Terrorizing
yeah,
niggas.
Yeah, real talk. You know what I'm saying?
Terrorize. I know it.
I mean, those were some real motherfuckers. Those
yeah,
some real shit, you know?
I know they was.
Yeah.
Didn't give a fuck.
They did not give a fuck. They roll up on you deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was crazy. I mean, we're always watching out, you know, for the laws. You know what I'm saying? Because we're always up to something like no good. You know what I'm saying? We're cagapalos.
No shit.
All of us, no matter what. Where we went, what we
And
did.
back in the early 90s, back in the early 90s, was there other races of people here? And when I say that, I know that it's predominantly Mexican, black and white, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember hearing on an episode a couple months back that there were even Jamaicans in that they were here in Corpus. Do you remember like Jamaican scene or them cats being down here for a while?
Not really, to be honest with you. I mean,
No.
like when I see somebody that has the dreadlocks and all that, I consider them Jamaican, even though they might not be from Jamaica.
Like the north side.
You feel me?
No shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the north side.
North side, yeah.
The
Okay.
Cubans and the Jamaicans and shit.
Yeah,
like
which
that.
back then, the north side, they had North Side Bomb Squad. That was the big gang there
So
back
how
then.
familiar
you know what
are
I'm saying?
you with all that? Yeah, like
Oh yeah,
But
I knew all-
Hold
I mean,
on.
I would say the
we
North
haven't
Side-
heard from outside of people who were actually inside the hood. You know,
But
what
I was
mean?
gonna say, was the bomb squad an actual gang or were them niggas a tagging
Nah,
crew?
it was no
Nah,
tagging shit. It
it
wasn't
was a
okay.
gang.
See,
It was
what
That's
it
a
was-
different kind of bomb.
Just like you.
Yeah.
Scoop,
Right. That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
Like it started off as some niggas who were dancing and then turned into niggas who were rapping.
But like the like
tagging
tagging
crew.
crews and all that really
Yeah.
didn't come into play. To be honest with
The
you,
late-
until like the
late 90s.
early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
The tagging crew.
Yeah, I would
You know what I'm
say
saying?
we caught up with in Cali. I want to say it was like
Common.
from my era, and I'm 42. So for my era, I want to say it was like the 97 to the 2000s when the tagging really became
over there. in
fucking
Califa,
big,
yeah.
big. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, it was already going hard with like fucking legendary crews like UBS and shit like that out of Cali, but it didn't touch my generation and blow up until like 97, 98, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
99
yeah.
out there. What now with Corpus being divided up into sections at that time, how many how many, I'm not going to say neighborhoods, I'm going to go ahead and say gangs. How many gangs would you catch in a single side? Like, how many gangs were on the west side by itself? How many gangs were on the east side by itself?
Yeah, you probably have to ask each
Well, like,
from their own side.
well, like the west side,
no.
they had the west side lynch mob. They were connected with the Latin Kings. They were connected with.
So the Latin Kings were here in Corpus.
Yeah.
But now
Rufus Kings also. That was also part of. That was also part of the lynch mob.
But they
Where did they reside?
They had to be like.
Yeah, they lived over there by Moody. That was their Moody, Westoso area,
Moody was
all that area.
hood.
Nah, but back then in the night when I grew up, that was all lynch mob. All that shit. Right there was straight lynch mob.
Okay.
That was before, and then
that was more like Molina, right?
yeah, that's also Molina.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
all that. That was like all their area, and then of course Los Encinos. You had Los Encinos.
Yeah.
So that was inside the same area as the west side with lynch mob. Yeah.
So it's safe to say that like it's kind of structured like Cali a little bit. That like the west side might have 4 or 5 gangs on the west side.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna ask next. So it might be 4 or 5 hoods on the east side. Did these hoods not get along? But
yeah, you can just walk in and you have streets. It's
what
just like
were on the east side. Like what games were on the east side besides
Spade. Well, there was the Tres Calles. That was part of us. La Armada. L81.
There was their own. It was.
They were. Yeah, but they were.
That was a hood. That was a gang.
All there. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
LA1 was a gang.
Yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
The LA shakedown.
Yeah, they were. And then you also had Los Encinos that lived inside La Armada.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, they lived there, and they
Stop
also
it.
they posted up there. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
And this was when I was a chavalón. This was
Right,
you're a
kid.
An arcade where we'd walk to an arcade right there on Port Ayers. Where the Fred store is at right now?
Yeah.
Okay, there was an arcade right there. You know what I'm saying?
Where the Blue store is at?
Yeah. There was an arcade there back then. Dog.
No
and
shit.
It was like
I
on the
love this
weekends,
history
all
shit.
these different gang members, all kinds.
Stop.
Like,
It would be at the arcade.
there, bro. Just like you never knew who you're gonna run into.
Stop,
there,
bro. Fights up there.
Yeah, you'd have to be with a couple of your homeboys. You can't just go roll up in there with a color and then all these other guys are all wearing red. You know what I'm saying?
No shit.
Yeah.
Now riddle me this. So, how many colors? You don't got to tell me the colors, but how many different colors were there at a time in Corpus at the height of this motherfucker?
Well, it was split into like the way the Bloods and the Crips.
Of course, you had the red, right?
They had their flags that they would sport the blue, and then
that's crazy.
That's how it was divided. And of course, lynch mob they wear the black rag. You know?
Okay, so
anybody that was from over there, then you had
And the Ruthless Kings, they all wore like the Los Angeles Kings fucking colors and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Gray and black.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's ill.
It's crazy, dog. That's a matter of fact. They even banned that shit from fucking school when I was going to high school, dog.
No LA King shit.
Dude, I showed up in my homeboy had fucking
That's how they
chopped
had
my
us.
top, dog, and he put Raiders in the back of my head. They're true story, dog.
Already.
The principal see me that morning, dog. Right when I was high on him, I would always smoke right there at the Lindale Park and shit.
Right.
And she was like, "What are you doing with that in the back of your head?" And I was like, "Well, nothing. It's just a haircut." She's like, "Well, that's gang related." And I'm like, "No, it's a football team. No, it's gang related. You can't come back until you cut that off." And I was like, "Whoa."
They was on it like that?
Yeah, they was on it like that.
I was gonna say, I remember as a kid, I'm gonna be 42, and I remember in elementary.
Come on.
At Lexington, it's not there no more. But
There was an elementary school called Lexington?
right next to South Park.
Oh yeah.
It's gone now.
Like, what do you mean
completely.
next to South Park?
Right next, there's an empty field right next to South Park.
Right.
There was an elementary there,
Wow.
and it was called Lexington.
That's
Anyway,
crazy.
they wouldn't let me wear a fucking Raiders jacket, black and
Really?
fucking chromed out. No.
Yeah,
It
you
was
couldn't
all-
wear it. It was gang.
And I wasn't
affiliated.
nothing like that. It was a dope ass jacket. And actually, it was my
Starter.
pops. Yeah.
Starter joint.
I don't know about that one.
That's crazy.
Who were the Spaders' biggest rivals?
Lynch mob back in the days.
Already.
No
Yeah.
shit.
Did y'all have allies?
Yeah,
You had
homeboys
to.
or whatever that would
Yeah.
kick it with
No,
us.
like
Yeah.
brotherhoods. Like,
Yeah.
like
Like, we're
Spaders down with like Los
Oh
Asesinos or-
yeah, we had homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere.
No
Not only
shit.
that, Spades had broke down into other cliques also. Like Tres Guys came out of Spades, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, this the shit I
Houston
like,
Street,
bro.
like that, you know what I'm saying? It all formed from that.
Did you say Houston Street?
Yeah.
So
So it
Houston Street
became,
had a gang?
yeah. They were part of also Spades, you know what I'm saying?
That's how, it's,
Olsen
bro. That's
Street.
how that shit's supposed to be. Like, it's where you grew up, nigga. This is us, nigga.
Yeah.
Are you you know Dax, right?
Yeah, I grew up
Okay,
with
That's
okay.
crazy.
So when I first met Dax, our group is called 3C.
Yeah.
So he approached me on that.
Thought that was-
He's all, I thought you were like Tres Guys. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, bro, this Corpus Christi connection is something different.
Yeah, he
we're
grew
our
up
own
with us
little
too.
hood thing. But yeah, he approached me on that
Yeah.
type of tip, and that's how I knew Dax was like tapped in with the streets on that side.
Yeah,
too,
DJ
you know?
Kane, same thing. DJ Kane was one of us back in the days, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And to where he's at right now, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really thinks that's but shit. We're all cagapalos, you know what I'm saying?
That's
And that's
crazy.
still in us regardless, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But we got, we're grown men now,
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I'm
Of
saying?
course,
We have
kids,
families,
yeah,
grandchildren now,
of
you know what I'm
course.
saying?
Yeah.
So, we keep it real now. We respect
Okay.
everywhere we go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
that's why we tapping in like with some of the stuff from the 90s. For one, Skub wasn't around to know any of this.
Right.
And he's always approaching the show with like from a Cali point of
Yeah.
view,
Right.
which is very gang related. And, you
Right.
know, we've kind of thrown it around that we had smoke down here too. You know what I mean? We were just,
Right.
like you
Y'all
said, the
just
same.
talk about the smoke. Like, we
But I mean, the same shit that he said earlier was that like people was dying back then too. This isn't a fucking brand new thing. It's just
Yeah,
we're
right.
older now and it's more widespread.
and now it's every day.
like media wise,
Every
it's more
day.
widespread.
Like, it's
And
like
it's childish.
And San Antonio's bigger than us, and to be honest with you, the crime rate here is as maybe even more than what it is in San Antonio, and they're 5 times bigger than this city.
That's crazy to think.
And it's that's real, that's real life, and it's true. Like this is the crooked city, you know what I'm saying? Like
Did y'all have beef with out of towners? Like then when I say that, like I when I came from Cali to Texas, I was in a small town.
Yeah.
In this town that I was in, didn't really fuck with the niggas from a couple, not the next town, but like a couple towns over.
Yeah.
Was it on that type of shit out here too?
Nah. But we had new dudes would move into the neighborhood, or
Right.
new dudes would show up at school, and of course, they're looking
them
around like
tips.
who's the clique around here? Who's what I'm saying? Who's with who? Who's with what? And
Right,
they wanna
yeah, that's
see what's
man, though.
going
You
on,
have
and
to.
you know what I'm saying?
You have
So,
to.
I mean, of course, you move into a different neighborhood where you're not from, they're gonna question you. Back then they're gonna question you.
Had
you know
to.
what I'm saying?
Had to.
And that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
it was. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And,
I remember them days, brother.
But I mean, like I said, other than that, it's crazy, on how I could have got shot a long time ago, killed,
Of course.
stabbed, all kinds of different shit. I've had guns pulled on me, all kinds of shit, bro. And I got shot in 2018.
Oh, wow.
In a
Here
home
in
invasion.
Corpus?
Yeah, I got a titanium rod in my leg, bro. Almost lost my leg, bro. So as a grown ass man, never thinking I get shot. You know what I'm saying?
those days
I
are behind
dodged
you
bullets
kinda
so many
shit.
times, bro, and finally to actually, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
get shot, and everything just came to a standstill. I didn't even think my career was even gonna last because I didn't think I was gonna be able to walk again. I had to learn how to walk, rehabilitate myself, get my mind right again. You know what I'm saying?
And this is
Yeah, because something like that'll throw you right back into
Yeah.
the 90s state of mind.
Real
yeah,
quick.
you know, yeah, you know
Real
what I'm saying?
quick.
I mean, you wouldn't think it'd be happening, but it still does. Like I said, it's every day. This shit, you know what I'm saying? People will jack you for the smallest thing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
now. Now in the 90s when shit was thick and niggas was getting rowdy and shit. Like what type of music was being played in your household? And I say that to say, what type of music influenced you in the very beginning stages?
Oh, well, I mean, I grew up with my mom. They had records, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They had a record player. They had
Come
some
on.
old school, you know what I'm saying, from the 70s, Beatles.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
You know,
I think Paul McCartney's the coolest nigga on the planet.
They're badass. You know what
that
I'm saying?
nigga, like I think that nigga is the coolest nigga on the planet.
Yeah. And then, of course, you get older, and then the tapes came into play. And
Right.
by that time, when the tapes came into play, of course, you go to school. You're influenced by other people. People talking. You know what I'm saying? You're a youngster, and, hey, have you heard this? Oh, check this out. And they'll be jamming it. Oh, shit, where'd you get that at? I got it at the Swamp Meet.
Right.
Or I got it at the corner store. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So
I
I'm going
can't
to go
even-
cop one of them cassette tapes, too. You know what I'm saying?
So I can't even believe that you used the word swap meet. Was that something that was popping down
Oh,
here?
yeah. Back then, we
No
had the
flea
Thunderbird.
market.
We had the Thunderbird. We had Casa Linda, the flea market. That was a flea market.
That's
but as
crazy.
far as the swamp meet, that was
Yeah.
old school theater right there on Leopard, dog.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, motherfucker. But go ahead back to what you were saying about the what was influencing you. Like you said, it went to the
Yeah,
tapes.
with the music, with
Right,
the
right.
tapes and all that. And like I said, I just started hearing, the Ghetto Boys, like I told them in my last
Right,
interview,
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Scarface was a big influence.
Right.
You know, even to this day, I can recite his lyrics out. You know, you play Scarface, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And it takes me back to, or NWA, PSK 13, SPC,
So
all
y'all-
these dudes, you know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
what was it like? And you was hearing this music like at school
with my homeboys.
with your homeboys.
Yeah.
Now, like, what was it like hearing like a Ghetto Boys for the first time or SPK for the first for the first time gracing your ears? Like,
For the first time, shit, rewinding that shit back and listening to that shit again.
Come on.
Like, damn, that boy really said that right now. Yeah, rewind that whole. You know what? I'm gonna make a copy for my homeboy. Fucking boom, you know what I'm saying? Dub it up, another cassette tape. Hey,
God,
hey, then
nigga.
you start bootlegging that their shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell them.
More commercial and SPC. That was like
The underground.
super underground.
Super
No
You had
shit.
factions in the SPC to where you had K Reno who's coming with the bars, but then you got Gangsta Nip who's talking about fucking killing your mama and ripping her heart
Oh,
out.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
SPC's about fucking 60 different rappers.
Straight up.
Wu-Tang type shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
They're one of the biggest, and they're still going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
did,
like a motherfucker.
I just did that Southwest by
Yeah,
Southwest
yeah.
with Point Blank and them out there, K Reno and Klondike
Oh, yeah,
Cat.
K
You know
Reno,
what I'm
one of
saying?
the
So-
coldest niggas out
Shit, that was
on
dope,
the planet,
you know?
nigga.
Hell yeah. They're cold. They're cold with their music. You know what I'm saying? And I respect them for that. Their hustle too.
Yeah.
They always have merchandise.
Right.
They'll pull up on you at the corner store.
Right.
And they
Ready to go.
they introduce themselves to you, pictures, autographs. You know what I'm saying? They're selling merchandise. But they're not scared to do that. These are real dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Where
right.
you have merchandise at the store. You're never gonna meet that guy. 9 times out of 10, you're never gonna meet the dude.
Ever.
But when you got a guy coming up to you that's a legend
Right.
and selling you this stuff and taking a picture with you, taking the time out
Changes
to
the
chop
whole
it up
thing,
with you, you
changes
know what I'm saying?
everything.
Smoke a toque with you, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
That's a real motherfucker right there.
nah, for
you know
real.
what I'm saying? And that's straight up. A lot of these people, they make it big, it gets to their head, they forget where they come from.
100%.
They forget who they are. They forget that, you know what, your next door neighbor, hey, he's right there in the crowd, dog. Okay, you know what? You
Already.
don't know him no more, dog.
Already.
You too big, you know what I'm saying? You don't got
Already.
time for this guy no more.
Already.
But nah,
True,
these
true.
guys are real motherfuckers, dog. Shots out, Point Blank, you know what I'm saying? I seen y'all, the way y'all move, you know what I'm saying? And that's dope. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can be influenced by these guys because
Already.
they're veterans, they're legends, they're old school, and they're still putting out music. You know what I'm saying? They big old crowds be coming
Still
to
hustling
check these
their
dudes
old
out.
music.
Their old
Yeah,
music
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean
yeah.
they're dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I connected with these guys. You know what I'm saying? And they take me to other different places, meet other different people. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to jump on the show? This and that. Oh yeah, shit, I'll be there. What's up? You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
when y'all are kids and y'all are listening to this, is this like intensifying like the street life?
1,000%.
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, or riding in the ride. You know what I'm saying? We used to roll up deep,
Deep,
dude,
nigga.
deep. I'm talking about in one fucking car.
Well, you better not
Expired
get that
tags,
shit on
expired tags. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I
Windshield
remember-
broken in the
man, I
motherfucker.
remember them
Ain't got no
days,
AC in
bro.
that hole.
Man.
You can't hotbox. It's already hot than a motherfucker
know what I'm
outside.
saying?
Windows down. It's still hot as fuck.
Oh, God.
Smoking in a motherfucker. Hoping the laws don't pull you over because you got about 6 motherfuckers in one fucking small ass car. Beat up ass hoopty, but we rolling. You feel me, dog?
Got a pistol
yeah,
in
we
here.
rolling, dog. You know.
Got Irv
hey,
in
with
here.
house speakers in the trunk.
Man, stop
Oh
playing.
yeah, shit, a
Talk
fucking
to 'em.
boombox.
Stop
A
playing,
boombox
nigga.
with the D battery.
Real
You feel me,
shit.
dog?
Yeah.
Boom, you ain't got no radio. Radio's ripped out. Fuck you. Got a fucking boombox in the back seat, thumping that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sir.
I remember them
They
good
don't know
ass
nothing about
days,
that
bro.
no more.
Nah, that's the struggle, nigga.
yeah. I mean,
Like-
you'll still catch dudes. I got a homeboy at work that has a ride like that. That
Yeah.
he jams his fucking his little stereo. You know what I'm saying?
But I
He
feel
bumping
like
the shit.
I feel like you cheating the game because you Bluetoothing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
I
saying?
mean, to be
Yeah.
fair though, the new cars don't even come with CD players no more. They come with a USB port.
You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Like that shit is fuckery, dog.
But I'll still sell you a CD, dog, on some real shit. You ain't got a
mamas.
CD player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
On
saying?
mamas.
I'm still gonna hustle you a CD.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, hang it on the wall or something. Give it to your kid. You know.
Exactly. It's something about
Feel me?
having that shit in your hands versus it in your hands on your phone.
Yeah.
Now in the early '90s, '93, fresh out of motherfucking high school, what the weed looking like back then, man?
Oh shit. that's when dro actually first came out, and
Just
it was
touching the
it was
scene.
just hydro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But back then we had the popcorn, the Christmas tree would come in,
That Christmas
the red bud. You know what I'm
tree.
saying? That bud that was man, dude, man, you took me back right now. I'm all like thinking of the smells, you know what I'm saying? Those good smells when you would open
It
up
was-
a bag of skunk.
Oh, man.
That skunk, it stunk like shit.
Yeah.
But it
God,
fucking, bro, it burned. Sometimes I even think that stuff was even better than some of the dro that we got.
Fuck yeah,
I'm
dog.
just being honest with you.
Being
And that was
1,000,
from the earth,
dog.
you know what I'm saying?
Like, no
chemicals
bullshit.
in it, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Straight up, you know what I'm saying? And you still find weed like that nowadays,
Every once
you know
in
what I'm saying?
every once in a
blue
while,
moon, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You get that little plug, you know what I'm saying? Fuck with
Yeah.
that Reggie, and I mean,
Yeah.
you're good.
Every once in a while, I get this sniff of what reminds me of my first joint, and that just lime green smell. Every once in a while, I smell that in the air, and I'm like, damn, like but that shit takes you back, like because
It does.
You're right.
Hey, you
It's
remember being
been
a
minute.
teenager and never getting the perfume bud?
The
Oh,
perfume
yeah.
bud.
Yeah.
You don't remember the perfume bud?
Or the gasoline tank, bud.
The
You feel me, dog?
gasoline, I
That
want
shit was
to
shipped in the gas tank like I'm on.
Bro, I want to fight when I get that gasoline bullshit.
Broken, hurting, you ain't
You're
got
gonna,
no
hey,
choice.
hey, you're gonna smoke that shit, bro. You feel me, dog? Yeah, you ain't got no choice. You gonna
Putting
smoke that
lemons,
hoe.
limes.
$200 pounds, they flying.
Shit, we
Why?
looking black
'Cause
than a
they got
motherfucker,
gas.
but you still gonna smoke that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Them was the
Hell
good old
yeah.
days, bro. Them was
Yeah,
the good
smoking out
old
of
days.
Coke
bro.
cans and everything, bro.
Fuck yeah, dog.
We were
Thai.
some motherfucking inventors.
Chocolate
back
Thai.
then.
Oh, that old school shit, too.
Bro, I remember the first time I got this chocolate tie, bro. I don't know if I ever told y'all this story, bro, but my
You
pop.
stole it from your uncle.
Oh man, we stole it. Yes, bro, we stole the chocolate tie from my partner's dad. And long story short, like we went through the whole day smoking this man's weed like it was ours. Like I'm talking about like experimenting with this nigga shit. You know what I'm saying?
Finding different ways to smoke it.
Swear to God,
We're gonna roll this one.
Man.
We're gonna make a bowl out of
freak
that one.
on
We're gonna do a gravity bong in the fucking
Bro.
in the bathtub like a motherfucker.
On
Shit, that
Jesus,
3 liter bottle,
bro.
dog.
on Jesus, bro.
That
Those
right
are the
there.
original fucking
Man,
bongs,
we did
bro.
all
You know what
that
I'm
shit
saying?
with this man's
Yeah,
weed, bro.
yeah, you don't
We
get no
did
better
all
than
that
that
shit
shit.
with that man's weed, and at the end of the day, that man's dad came home from work with the dude that they was living with, and that man's weed was gone. That man kicked them both out the house.
Oh shit.
Okay,
On some real shit. Shit.
kicked them both out.
That's exclusive shit.
Y'all think I'm bullshitting? I call that
Stealing
right
my
now.
weed is like playing my emotions.
I'm not
you feel me, dog?
bullshitting, dog. They kicked that
Hell
nigga out,
nah.
kicked him and his father out the house, bro. We not finna do this. No bullshit. Like when was the first time that you got caught smoking?
Shit, dude. I remember once, like, got caught, like, by the cops, dude. I remember one time we went, hey, dog.
You went straight to the
Hey,
cops.
straight up.
God damn.
Hey, my mom dropped us off. Me and like four of my
You never-
homeboys at the mall, at the Sunrise Mall, dog.
Yeah.
Back then when it was the dollar movies and shit.
Nah.
And you know where the little walkway's at that comes down? You know where you park your car or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, we smoking like a motherfucker. We're gonna
Stop
catch
On
a
the
flick.
walkway?
Yeah,
To
we're
go
gonna.
to the dollar movie?
Yeah.
People gotta walk by y'all.
We're gonna catch a flick. No, we're smoking in the stairway that goes.
stairway.
In the corners or
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
We're
Parking garage.
chiefing it up. We're chiefing it up, right? So we're high as fuck, and I looked down and I was like, oh shit.
How old
And
are
I seen a law, dog. I was like 14.
Stop it.
Yeah, I seen a law, right? And I was
Stop.
like, fuck. So we start running up the stair. What pendejos?
Nowhere to run?
He called that
Yeah.
shit in. So this motherfucker's coming down the fucking stairs, dog.
Y'all ran right
And I
into-
was like, what the fuck? So anyways.
The nigga ran
So
right.
yeah, they stopped. Well, what are y'all doing? Oh, nothing. We're waiting for a movie. Well, it smells like marijuana. Who has the marijuana? Let us know who has the marijuana. You know what? We'll let you go. Just let us know who has the marijuana. And I was like, man, that's fucked up, dog. I said, well, I got the weed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not only that, I was the ride. You know, my
No,
mom. You know,
shit.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, fuck. So anyway, so they took us to that little. There was some little
Yeah.
office they had
Yeah.
in the mall.
Nah.
Where they would detain you. You know what I'm
They take
saying?
pictures of you.
They would detain you. They would take pictures of you, right? And then they're like, well, either your mom comes picks you up, or the laws are gonna come pick you up. Whoever gets here first, that's who y'all are all going home with. You know what I'm saying? So shit. I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, you gotta come pick us up. My dad. I hear my dad did in the background, dude. This motherfucker. What the fuck? I'm gonna get his ass when he gets fucking on this and that. So anyway, we get in. My mom gets there or whatever. Talks to the fucking laws. But well, we're not allowed in the mall no more. Whatever the fuck. So
Yeah.
anyway, she takes us back home, dog. these motherfuckers are outside. Motherfucker, I got grounded in them motherfucker. I couldn't come outside for a week, dog. That's some whole ass shit. I was 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I respected my pops like that. You feel me, dog? I may have been a cagapalo outside of the doors of the house, but inside that crib, I respected my pops. Now I was gonna get my not no ass. I was gonna get my ass whooped, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
Yeah. My dad,
Some man-to-man type shit.
man type shit. You're gonna learn today, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
Straight up. So I knew better.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was crazy, dog. That's
Do
the
better,
first
you
time.
do better.
That shit at the mall though, I don't know if they did with you, but they took a picture of us next to a mirror. Next to a mirror, so like it got like a full,
all the way around.
you know what I mean? Picture of it.
360. Yeah,
well,
picture.
we had a
they was
Delphine
doing
rental, and we had my car, and we were racing
Oh, yeah, I was doing
inside
the
that same parking lot. But it was like the middle of the day, so nobody was in there. And
Tokyo, you're Fast and the Furious. They just came
actually,
out.
I want to say like the game Driver. You remember the game Driver?
Yeah. Oh,
so
hell
that shit
no.
influenced
Doing
us
too
to
much.
just be stupid. Yeah. So it's
Doing
middle of
too
school day, and homie Ben.
Mamas?
Yeah. He had the fucking dope fiend rental, and we're fucking just hauling ass in there doing fucking donuts. Well, the fucking bike cops pull up on one of the fucking levels, and he fucking hauls ass down, homie Ben, in his dope fiend ride, and he makes it through fucking a cop sitting there onto the freeway, because you could get straight on the freeway right at that,
Oh,
at that
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Remember
right
that?
when he pop out.
Right
Boom,
on that
wow.
motherfucker, bro.
Gone in a
Okay, well, he
motherfucker,
had a
dog.
small ass fucking like a Datsun small ass vehicle, dope fiend rental. Mine was a fucking bigger fucking like a Monte
Big
Carlo
body
or
and
something.
shit.
Yeah, just a little bit bigger, but too big to fit between there. So we fucking go up. Me and homie park the car. We walk inside the mall, go to the restroom. Bike cop comes into the fucking restroom on his bike, knowing who we are. And we're like, nah, it's not us. He's all, well, let me see your pockets. I empty my pockets. I got a fucking General Motors keys in my pockets. And he's
Looking
like, yeah, this
at-
is
Oh,
your
from the
vehicle.
G-Ride?
bro.
Yeah. The Monte
So
Carlos, the
they-
GM.
yeah,
That
so
whole
they-
gave you away.
Yeah. So they walked us to that fucking office, like I said,
fucked
and,
up, dog.
and took our pictures and banned us for, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 years at the time. My pops had to come pick up me and my homie and drop off my homie to his mom that was already pissed off because she got the phone call, but she ain't got a ride. So she got to stay in Wiggins, pissed off till homie gets
Yeah.
home. Dropped him off. My dad dropped him off and just flipped the switch on my ass. It was just
Yeah, in Cali, like every time the gang task force pulls you over, you're getting out of the car and you're
taking your shirt off.
you taking your shirt off, you taking your motherfucking shoes off,
Looking for a gang tattoo.
you banging them hoes together, and they
Yeah.
finna do a 360, and them niggas finna take pictures, man.
Yeah. Rest in peace to homie Nico G.
You know what
They
I'm
actually
saying?
did that to him and the homies YR, DC, and Mott over there at the Pit on Leopard. Do you remember that bar?
Yeah.
It was like all different names, but at that point it was the Pit, and I want to say it was a Juan Gotti show. And the cops showed up at the end of the night and had them fucking taking off everything, fucking taking
That's
pictures
why-
in the parking lot.
That's
bro.
why a lot of the youngsters today in Cali, I know them niggas don't got no tattoos. Bro.
No kind of verification on
Them
there.
niggas don't got no tattoos.
I mean, they probably do. They're just more
Nah, them niggas don't got-
discreet
Smart
type of
about it.
shit.
Nah, them
Yeah,
niggas don't got no. They got their mama.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them niggas don't got
You
no
think
tattoos.
that's their mama? Nah, I don't know. I know there was a couple of homies who had like certain amount of stars and points and shit like that. That wasn't.
so-
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Now, in Corpus, early in the day, who were like some of the neighborhoods that if you walk by that motherfucker, you're throwing patazos for sure, dog.
Shit, there was Arboleda. Fucking,
Where exactly?
Navarro.
Let's go back to the neighborhood
Chula
part.
Vista.
Abuleta stretches from where to where?
Arboleda.
Just the street?
Pretty much.
Damn,
But
that's
they had
crazy.
a lot of dudes, bro.
Because I thought like Elgin.
I'm just being real. Like, where they had a lot of
niggas.
primos, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hermanos, like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Dudes that would just hang out at that spot, like, you know what I'm saying? They lived somewhere else, but they were always there.
They're
you know what I'm
always
saying?
there, nigga, already,
that
already.
was their block, dog, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's just straight up, so.
I was thinking like Elgin was part of that, like at least the New Edition side of Elgin.
Yeah, well, see, New Edition was another gang, too. New Edition. That's what it was called. New
No
Edition.
shit.
Yeah, it
What
was
was New Edition?
blacks.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Like
I don't know. You know Clyde and Lil Fred.
Yeah,
Well, Lil
yeah,
Fred
I was
passed
gonna
away
say,
already,
that's
but
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah. Those are my boys, dog. They grew up right there on Houston Street too, dog, with
Okay.
their pops, Big Fred.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I kind of that's when Gangster Nip too. When you were talking about Gangster Nip,
Yeah.
he would go because that was their cousin
Yeah,
and shit,
yeah,
dog.
Gangsta Nip.
That was
No
their campo,
shit.
dog. Yeah, so seeing, you know, I'm a youngster, seeing this dude there, like, damn, dog, these dudes they're somebody. You know what I'm saying?
They're
On
fucking
some-
trying to rap a lot of shit.
yeah, dog.
Fucking
they're already
celebrities,
Like, wow,
shit.
celebrity, yeah, in the hood, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're doing fucked up ass shit, and these dudes are out there making money. You know what I'm saying? They're coming to visit the camp folks. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But that was pretty cool though, dog. You know what I'm saying? Back in the Gap.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I ran into a lot of dudes too. Like I said, we had other guys that would come in from California, or from,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
From different states, different
Right.
cities, whatever they
Right.
moved here, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the matter of fact. And like I said, they would always look, well, who's the clique here? Who's the biggest? Who's running shit? Who's whatever?
Right.
Of course, they would start hanging out with us, spark up weed, you know, chill, boom. Eventually, they become part of the clique. You know what I'm
Already,
saying?
already.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you get clicked in. I was
Already,
13
already.
years old when they fucking jumped me in the clique.
Already.
10 dudes straight up.
Already.
Like they, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even expect it, dog.
Already.
And they just, they fucking went.
Time-
I was always in
it's
the
your
hood.
time.
I was always there hanging out there. You know what I'm saying? Even my next door neighbor where I grew up at, Chewy, he was an original too. You know what I'm saying? So I would see them always come over to his pad and hang out with them. And you know what I'm saying? And I was like, still chopping along. Finally, dude, I started like talking with them, chopping it up, hanging out, going to where they would hang out on Adams Street. You know what I'm saying? Checking out the Wanda, thinking nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm fixing to, you know, I'm fixing to go into fucking high school, dog. And these guys ain't in school no more. These guys are fucking, you know what I'm saying? Cagapalos out of school. So of course, you know, where else can you get recruits? Where else can you get school, dog? You know what I'm saying?
Already.
This guy's going to school, which was me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go pick up some dude. You know what I'm saying? And start hanging out, and then that's the neighborhood, dog. Started fucking hanging out. A lot of dudes, dog. A lot of my homeboys, dog. Started clicking them in, boom, clicking in there, and clicking them in. You know what I'm saying? By the time you know, you have a squad, dog. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And it was pretty crazy, dog. You know what I'm saying? We live for the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Were there any big rumbles like that were just strictly fighting and no guns?
Shit, bro. There was a couple of fights that we got into like that, dog, where we meet up in the fucking middle of the street.
Yeah,
dog,
yeah.
and neighborhoods and just strap
Yeah,
it on,
yeah,
dog.
yeah,
But
rumble.
of course, you know, showing up with bats.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
rumbles.
Boards, 2x4s.
2x4,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
rumbles.
But ain't no knives or guns. But
No
then, you know
knives
what I'm
and
saying?
guns, but we
You
coming
gonna
with
get
that
hit, you gonna
bullshit.
get hit back. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Straight
rumbles,
the fuck
nigga.
up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, we survived. You know what I'm saying? We made it
was a
home
good-
that night.
man, I
We were beat
remember.
up. Sometimes they
Yeah.
were beat up. They were fucked up. But you know what? We lived to fight another day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
I
Or not
remember
only that, we would fight our own homeboys back in the days. You know what I'm saying? You had beef with one of
Slapboxing
your
was a-
homeboys.
yeah, slapboxing
You know what I'm
was a
saying? You
thing.
better get down with him and you better fucking throw blows because if not,
We're all
everybody's
gonna
gonna
fuck
click
you
you.
up.
They're
See,
all gonna
that's what
fuck
I
you
try
up.
to tell you, bro.
That's how
Like,
it
that
was.
kind
You know
of
what I'm
shit is
saying?
crazy.
You didn't stand no chance. Even if you got your ass kicked, dude, fucking fight, bro. You got
Yeah.
balls. You're gonna show them what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? What time it is.
Yeah, you got
Whether
out
or
there.
not you win or lose, that's how it was, bro. Either you got down or they were gonna fucking beat you down, dog, and you had no choice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was like real life. So, no matter wherever you got called out, wherever, you better start throwing them hands. You know what I'm saying?
Like, how many gangs you think it was back in the day here?
I want to say about like maybe 30, probably. A good 30. There was a bunch of little gangs. Like I said,
Right,
there's
little
gangs that
cliques.
branched off.
Yeah.
Branched off
And
and
the
made
little
their own.
cliques
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Right.
So-
That's crazy.
But yeah, like I said, you know, the original
30 hoods.
gang enforcement, you know what I'm saying? Now they got hundreds of dudes that are the gang unit, this and that.
Yeah, yeah.
But there will never be another Ford or Amendares. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
On some
yeah,
real
yeah.
shit. There will
Originals.
never be those dudes. 'Cause
Originals.
They got to know us so good that they always come in the hood. You know what I'm saying? We'd be fucking up. We'd doing something stupid. And we wouldn't run from them no more.
Yeah.
We were just fucking straight up like, hey, they get off the fucking car. We already knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? Assume the position. Y'all got anything on y'all? We didn't run. You're going to run. You're going to catch another charge. So they're going to fuck you up. Straight up. They will fuck you up. You run, that's the first thing they're gonna do. They're gonna
Tackle the
they're gonna
goddamn
tackle
dog
you
shit
down.
out
They didn't
your
have
mouth.
tasers back then, but they had their batons and they'll chunk that motherfucker at you, bro. On some real shit, bro.
Or catch you like a boomerang.
Oh, they'll get you,
Nah,
dog. They'll
for
get you,
real.
dog. So it
That's
was just
when
best
niggas-
just to chop it up with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get rid of whatever you had real quick, chunk it. You knew they were coming. Boom. And then just chop it up with them. Of course, they want to know information. Oh, well, where's your homeboy at? Oh, we're
Yeah,
looking for
yeah,
this,
yeah.
dude. Well, nah, you know, I don't go, what the fuck? I'm here chilling. I'm in my, we're in my neighborhood right now, dog. You know what I'm saying? And if I knew something, I'm not going to tell you. Are you fucking stupid, dog? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what they always like. They were basically that's what the fuck they did, bro.
Officer Ford's name comes up like a lot growing up, thinking of like all the homies that he fuck with and shit like that. Like,
Yeah. I wonder if he's still alive, bro. I know Amendares is a detective, bro, now.
oh shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, his carnala works there where I work at too, dude. And that's, you know what I'm saying, that's how I know that's who he is. Cause he remembers me as a kid, you know what I'm saying? You remember the fuck ups, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm one of the motherfuckers that they remember, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just a trip, dog. But I mean, each to their own, and I'm glad I made it out.
Let's say
You know what I'm
anybody
saying?
that you know or any of your homies get killed by the police or anything like that is like growing up type shit.
Nah, just gang violence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rivalry, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tit for tat. You kill one of mine, we can kill one of yours. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was. Like it was.
That's crazy.
So yeah. And if it ain't your time, it ain't your time.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, when did you start taking the music seriously?
Oh shit! The music didn't come into my life until I started at the UNI when I was 25 years old. That was in 2001.
What's the UNI?
A restaurant. I flip steaks for a
Downtown.
living. I've been doing it for
Okay.
shit over 20-something years.
Fire.
But so I would say like 28. But I would always freestyle. I go to, you know what I'm saying, different places at the beach, whatever. They have stage set up, and I'll just
Okay.
get the microphone,
Right.
start flowing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
And
right,
they would
right.
tell me, hey, you got some skills that I want you to do. You know what I'm saying? So in 2000, I was 28 years old, as a matter of fact. In 2004, that's when I, busted out with my music
Come on.
and started taking it serious on a serious note. You know what I'm saying? Like I told King the last time that it was all off a trade from some rims, my first album. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
That's how it all started. That's how my music scene started.
Yeah,
Elite
tell the
One.
story again because
Eh,
we got
yeah.
a whole different audience.
Oh yeah, Elite One was one of the first guys too. You just had him the other day on your interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Shout out
he was one of the
Elite
guys that showed me love. You know what I'm saying? He worked at a radio station. You know what I'm saying? He was already connected with big time dudes. He was making music with I think it was Trey or Zero. He had a song that was
Trey.
Trey. Yeah. Diamond shining, haters talking down on my name. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Shouts out, Elite One. You feel me?
Come on.
But
Shout out
I
to
was like,
Elite,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? So when I went to hit him up about doing a track with him, usually there's guys, if they really don't know you or they really don't fuck with you, they're gonna let you know like, oh nah, dog, or I charge this or I charge
They'll
that.
give you a number that they know you can't pay.
That's straight the fuck up. He didn't give me no number. He said, you know what? Bring me the beat. I'll record it here in the studio at 105, 102.9 The Bomb or whatever.
Come on.
He's on, and then just come back and I'll have it ready. You know what I'm saying? And then you drop your, which is at my homeboy studio, Gabe Salinas. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Gabe.
And
Hellbound, right?
Hellbound. As a matter of fact, my next project, dude, that's my next. I'm transferring into the Spanish scene, dog. I'm gonna hit the Spanish radio station, dog.
Yeah, bro.
So, anyway, so.
Was this your first song that you ever were gonna record?
That Elite One, I did that one. That was the first one, and then I did
In the radio station?
No, he recorded his verse in the radio station.
okay.
I recorded mine. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you could still connect tracks. You could still
Right.
do with,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, Pro Tools.
Right.
Pro Tools works wonders. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? On some real shit.
As long as they have the same program.
That's it. That's how it all
Yeah,
connects
yeah.
to the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You load it, boom,
Okay.
and then you drop it. So yeah, that was like one of the first tracks that I did, and it turned out pretty dope. That he showed me a lot of love by not charging me anything. You know what I'm saying? I told him my concept that, hey, you know what I'm saying? I just finished doing Bayfest and this and that. He's all, yeah, I got you. You know how he talks with that deep voice, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I was like, wow, this really gonna do this, dog. So I was pretty excited about it. I'm like, man, I got this DJ. He's fucking did that track. Like, fuck yeah, it's gonna go good. So we dropped it, we knocked it out, and it was called On the Grind. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
And it's me, him, and Merc Rock, dog.
Come on.
You know what I'm
Peace,
saying?
Mark Rock.
So that came out, and then I did drop the other tracks. That's How We Ride. I
Did you
shot a
radio
video.
play?
No, he didn't get no radio playing. It was tough to get it. And then if you got into the radio, they would play your song like maybe once out of the week, and you gotta get that little slot because it was like maybe 30 minutes little show where they would showcase people from here at that time. That's when, you know, say they first started doing that. But then when Dapper Don came into the scene and he connected with the other radio stations, they gave us a bigger fucking wide span to actually.
Wow.
Now we had an hour.
Yeah.
Now we had
Texas
two radio
Tech-
stations that take over
Texas
on a
Tech
Monday
over.
night. Two radio stations playing this shit at the same time from 10 to 11 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
And you heard everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody was on
underground
that
as fuck.
motherfucker, dog. So That's when my shit actually first hit the radio stations, dog. You know what I'm saying? Which was the song, what song was it? As a matter of fact, it was that Juan Gotti, dude, that Sliding on Glass, Skating on Blades track. That's one of the ones that I put on there, dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Did you know all about like mixing and mastering and all that type of shit whenever you got the song, whenever you were reaching out to Elite to do the song?
No, I didn't even have no clue of what any of that shit was.
Right.
Other than just me doing that deal with my cousin and my cousin doing all this, working on the Pro Tools. Every day when I go in there, you know what I'm saying, practice my verses, do what I, because I was,
because school wasn't here last time. So
Yeah.
explain the deal that you made with the rims.
oh yeah, I had told him, it was based on a bet, and I said, I'll throw you it was a set of 20-inch rims and shit, dude, for his Lincoln. I had him on my Mustang, and I said, I'll give you these rims if you make me an album.
Stop.
And he's all, well, how many tracks have you been talking about? And I said, well, like 10 tracks, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're just starting. I'm just starting. I just want to get my feet wet. Let's do this, you know what I'm saying? He's all right. He's all, I'm going to do you the deal. I'll give you 10 tracks, all original beats. I'm going to make them all. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take time. He's all, because I'm not just going to do it all. You know what I'm saying? It took about 7-8 months to complete the whole album. You know what I'm saying? Because he had his other things that he was doing. He was also recording other people.
Right.
He was recording Merc Rock, Back in the Day, C. Joe. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other artists. You know what I'm saying? He was recording them. So
This is like
Anyways.
what, 2004 or 5?
yeah,
And who was this
2004.
that was recording them?
Robert Villarreal. His name was.
Oh,
he was,
wow.
as a matter of fact, he was the leader of Latin Kings, dude, from back in the days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Real talk. So, anyways, we did that trato, and he gave me 50 copies. He pressed all the artwork. He did the artwork on it.
Man.
Wow.
He gave me a single out of it. He gave me 20 copies of the single, which was That's How We Ride, and it had another track on there, Screwed and Chopped. So I pushed that out first before the album was finished, so I had some product, and I would sell those for $5. Boom, fuck it. But so that got me into the hustle part. So now when the album came out, now they're $10 because now you got 10 songs and 12 actually because the intro and the outro. You know what I'm saying? So now you got this, and then I got, like I said, I have these guys on there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people already know these guys. They're like
So
underground.
who were the features on that first one?
Merc?
Elite One, Merc Rock, C. Joe,
Is that right?
Ice. I had Ice on a track. Who else? There was like 2 other dudes. They don't rap no more, dog. But
So you actually put in some work to do this shit. Like,
Yeah.
That's what's up. God,
Yeah.
man, you
Who
just-
screwed and chopped you?
Especially with
song
features.
though?
my cousin
That's what
Jarrell,
I'm
J
saying,
Real.
the features, they
Oh
have-
no shit.
Yeah, my primo.
I just messaged him literally today with
For real?
the intent to get him on here.
Wow.
bro.
Yeah.
On everything I love.
Who
J
did it?
Real.
J Real,
Oh,
Jarrell.
really?
Yeah,
So-
with Marcus, with
Yeah,
well, they
Jay
used to have that
Styles.
group, dog. They used to have that group.
Yeah,
It was 3 of them.
YTG.
YTG.
Bro,
yeah,
I'm all
dog.
in that
That's
motherfucking
crazy.
era. This
I'm
is like
telling
this
you,
is my
dog.
backyard. J Real is my backyard
Yeah,
of like
Magnolia
immediate music people.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, that's my G right there.
I
Well,
didn't know
anyways, when I first did, as a matter of fact, I haven't featured on that album too.
Yeah,
we did
that's
the
awesome.
Armadillo family song. Me,
They really-
Man.
yeah,
That's
me,
crazy.
my oldest son right now, he's already 31, and he was like I think like 9 years old, and he spit like 8 bars real quick, and then Jarrell backdoored him. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
with his
I was
verse,
gonna
know what I'm
ask
saying?
you coming over here because I was looking through my messages as I was driving, and I was like, J Real got the same last name,
Armadillo, that's my cousin. Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, I wonder. Let me see. What about Judy? You like-
Judy Armadillo.
yeah,
Yeah, that's my little cousin.
bro, that's homegirl for real. From
Yeah,
trapping
she's from
and
the
rapping
Quaddy.
and all kind. Bro, I know.
Yeah.
I
That's
know.
fire.
She
Yeah.
is the G to the fullest. capital.
She'll kick the door and dunk on some little shit.
Capital.
Yeah, you owe her money.
Capital.
Hey, if anybody owes my cousin money, y'all better pay up. She'll
No
kick your
shit.
shit in. Straight
Hey,
up.
she got much love, man, and
Yeah.
much respect. Both of them on 2 different levels of shit. Yeah, they solid people.
Yeah, they saw
That's
that.
fire.
Yeah,
That's fire.
that's what's up.
So that first album, you got J Real. So did you get a? They were, I think,
I'm
a
like
group back then.
flabbergasted.
Did you get a J Styles feature on there?
I got Jay Styles on my second album.
gotcha.
I got it
Stick with the
featured.
first one.
But
What
yeah.
happens? You get the 50 copies that are pressed up on
Oh,
the actual.
hell yeah. And
What
then,
happens then?
shit, I go hustle. I hustled them things in the weekend. They were gone. Straight up. So then I took it upon myself to, you know what? I said, well, how much you going to charge me now to press up?
Yeah.
More.
More. Well, he came out with the price right, and I was like, man. I said, you know what? I think it'll be cheaper if I press them myself.
Yep.
So that's what I was saying. Like I bought the burner, but it was only one burner.
Yeah.
But I would sit there, dude. I swear to God, dude. I would sit there to press at
Hours.
least 50 copies just to go out that
day.
night to go fucking hustle these CDs, bro. So I invested in that and doing that. So I would buy the ink, like
Yeah.
I were talking about the posters.
Fuck yeah.
I'll buy the ink, you know what I'm saying? Press the shit, cut it all out. I bought me a fucking one of them cutters, dude.
Yeah.
Cut them all at one time. I had my little
By the
sleeves,
blanks and shit.
by the blanks
Yeah.
and burn it. You know what I'm saying? Then I would put a sticky little print on there that had my face on there, or you know what I'm saying, the armadillo on there.
Right.
And I started hustling them like that. I started seeing like, man, dude, there's money in this shit, dude. This is $10. $10 back then was a lot of money, dog.
Fuck yeah.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah, it was.
$10 was a lot of money.
Yep.
Went,
You know what I'm
along,
saying?
it went a lot farther than what it do today.
The way to do today on some
Fuck
real
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
No
You could
doubt.
buy eggs, bacon, bread,
On God.
fucking cereal and milk, dog, for $10. back
$10.
then. $10. You feel me?
And some change.
And still have change, dog.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the first album, dog. That's how it is.
So since you said you had 20 singles pressed up, or he gave you 20
No, he
singles?
gave me the 20
50
singles.
projects and then 20 singles.
20 singles.
So 70.
I sold the 20 singles. That was in the middle, more or less in the middle. I never pressed any more, so there was only 20 copies of that single out there. You know what I'm saying? I think my mom still has one, an original, dog,
Fire.
on some real shit, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
straight up.
And then, like I said, the other 50 copies, and then from there, I got another 50 from him. But then, like I said, I got the concept. You know what? It's probably gonna be cheaper for me. It's gonna take time, but it's gonna be cheaper. I'm gonna make money, and I just gotta be out there hustling. You know what I'm saying? I got the game. I got that game from my dad. Like I was telling you, the swamp meet.
Yeah.
I grew up. My dad taking us on Saturdays and Sundays in the morning, waking up early as fuck, loading up the fucking the car, dog. Let's go, dog. We're gonna go to swamp meet and sell, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
Early as fuck, dog. So I learned how to turn a penny into $1 from my dad, dog.
Yeah.
And you'll catch my dad at the Goodwill, at the thrift store, anywhere, dog, and he'd be buying all kinds of shit. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck, Pops? Watch this. You know, we used to dumpster dive too. I'm not gonna lie, dog. We
Yeah.
lived in the projects. We used to go behind bales and jump in there, dog. Real talk, dog.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and pull out toys, all kinds of shit that was broken that they would just throw away the stores
And go hustle.
And my pops we sell it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we survived, dog. My dad would get a Social Security check. You know what I'm saying? He was disabled, dog. So he was in the military too, and
He was a hustler.
Yeah, he was a hustler, dude. He showed me.
Not stick with get with the music. So he pressed up the first 50, then he pressed up another 50.
Another
for you,
50, yeah.
And then you said you wanted to do it on your own.
On my own, and I started pressing myself.
The same exact project.
Yes, at the same time.
Did he give you the artwork?
Yeah.
Or was he giving you hell like,
Nah.
no, I'm not giving you
Nah.
that? Like,
Fuck,
so it was
he,
no problem
he
that
didn't have to give me shit because I just copied it off of the shit. You feel me?
Didn't even need
I'm
him.
just saying,
I
I
didn't
don't
even
need him
need
no
all
more.
the shit.
Yeah,
I didn't even need you.
Yeah. I go
But he
to
didn't have a
Office
problem with it
Depot,
either.
Go buy out the sleeves.
On
go buy
God.
that. And I'm in business. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm in business right there.
But he didn't have a problem with it either, though.
Nah, he didn't have
Yeah.
a problem.
Okay.
Nah, he was rolling.
He was like, you
I
on
was
your
like,
own.
how could he?
He was rolling,
He's
dog.
cutting them out because he's getting the CDs for a certain, probably for $2, giving them to him for $5.
Yeah, and
So
he's making-
his $3.
You basically,
He's making up, yeah.
it's because you're cutting out the middleman.
Okay. Now, how much the rims cost?
Oh, what I paid for him?
Yeah.
I paid like $700 for him.
Fuck out of my face.
But at the same time, at that point, he was almost acting as a record label because the rim was the whole package part of the deal, the CDs and all that, or was just the recording process?
No, everything was all a package.
Okay, already.
Everything
Okay.
was all. I got all that shit.
But was the second batch of 50 CDs a part of the deal too? Or
No, that came out of my pocket.
Okay.
But that came out of my pocket.
So he made his money off.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, so up until that, do you feel like the artwork, the recording, the beats, and whatever the fuck else was worth the $700?
Oh hell yeah!
I'm thinking hell yeah too.
Yeah, look where I'm at now. I'm just saying, look what I'm
back
doing
then,
now.
that's a
You know what
lot.
I'm saying?
I mean, it
A
doesn't
win is
kind
a
of
win,
sound like a
nigga.
lot of
I
money.
mean, hell yeah, dog. I mean, I flossed on them rims for a long time too. You know what I'm saying? So I did my thing with them, and then of course I ended up buying some other kind of rims. So I had them just sitting there, dog.
A dub is a
And
dub.
then he
nigga.
was like, man, I want to get some rims for my Lincoln. And it just so happened that the Lincoln pattern and the Mustang pattern, the
Lined
5
up.
is exactly the same fucking pattern, dog. So when he knew that bitch fit on that hole, that motherfucker had no problem. Said it shook on that shit. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, dog. Come in and we'll start working. I said, all right, let's do this.
You know what I'm
dog.
saying?
Shit. Yeah.
I'd have copy paste that bitch too. That
That's
nigga.
like real rap history. Bro.
This is
Like,
yeah.
And it was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? These are things that I never forget. You know what I'm saying? These are like cool moments in my life that if that would have never happened, I would never be where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying?
Rap game through a pair of chrome rims.
Bro, straight
Crazy.
up.
On some rims.
In my brain, they were gold.
You think?
In my brain, they were some.
Hey, they were gold to me, shit.
Yeah, on God.
If he would have said they were some.
No, I wasn't thinking Dayton's. I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking in my brain. I was thinking the fucking gold plated joint. You know what I'm saying?
But some blades.
Nah,
What
but it
were
was
they?
all
There
the
was
way
some blades?
around, like one fucking plate, nigga.
Oh yeah, deep dish type of shit. Yeah.
That's what I saw in my brain.
What? But on the Mustang,
You know what I'm
and the
saying?
Lincoln?
Cause that's what I saw in my brain.
Hey, 20s on the Mustang. I was like, stop. When you said that first,
20. Yeah. Hey, that bitch was scrape when I
What
turned.
type of
It was
Mustang?
a 2000 Mustang, dog.
no,
Five,
yeah.
not a 5.0.
That's when they started doing
That'd
the
be a
box.
regular. Yeah, okay.
They started
No, it was a
boxing out.
regular. That's when they started
right.
boxing out the cars.
My,
You know what
my
I'm
girl
saying?
had one of those. I used
Yeah.
to tear that bitch up, but on the factories.
Damn.
And then I put some blades on it too, but those were 18-inch blades, and those fit perfect.
Perfect.
What color
Yeah.
was it?
Green.
Okay.
I just,
then I
bro, that's
painted
what I
it.
saw in my
Hey,
brain, bro.
And then I painted it metallic pearl green, and it looked like a fucking dude. It looked like glass, bro, on the fucking freeway, dude. I get so much like they'd be hanging out the window telling me, yeah, it was a green. It was just you would see it pass all the glitter, dude, of the paint job. It would just dance, bro.
Man, that shit crazy.
Yeah, dog.
That shit crazy.
And these
dog.
were gold rims?
Nah, they were cool.
Nah.
They were
Oh, they were
Albas.
chrome.
That's how I saw it
They
in
were
my brain.
20-inch
Oh, okay.
Albas, dog, with some fucking needle nose
Well, because you
tires,
said in
dog.
my mind they were gold too.
Yeah, on God.
And I was like, well, were they or not?
Yeah.
Because in my mind,
Hey, and back then, the tires for them motherfuckers were expensive, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not
Fuck
as cheap
yeah.
as they are now. You know what I'm
Fuck
saying?
yeah.
That rubber bands over there.
rubber
Yeah,
bands.
the potholes
have
here
to.
are a motherfucker, dog. You pop them holes, dude.
Yeah.
Just driving down fucking Morgan and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking around back then, fucking Baldwin too was all
I was
fucked
gonna say
up.
upper
For real.
road.
Yeah, dude, you couldn't roll nowhere. And I remember having my lowrider, my Monte Carlo, that white one, dude. That bitch bouncing everywhere, dog.
What high school did you go to?
To Ray and to Moody. I got thrown out of Ray and I went to Moody.
No shit.
Yeah. Then
Yeah,
I
we
graduated
skipped
from
like
Delmar,
15
dog,
years.
with my GED.
Let's go back 15
Yeah, I'm
years.
gonna go
bro.
backwards,
We're back
goddamn.
to high school now.
Oh God, oh God. And then junior high?
Junior high, I went to Baker and South Park.
No.
So I got thrown out of South Park too. For
How bad
fighting.
was
Same
South
shit.
Park when you were there?
It wasn't too bad.
Nah.
What
Yeah,
were the
it was all about the
gangs at
football
South Park?
team and all that.
Was Saki Kondo's a gang back then at
Saki?
South Park?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Or like
there
the
wasn't-
beginnings of it or some shit?
It was more Los Encinos, dude.
At South Park?
At South Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in my time, which was probably like 93, probably 4 when you're getting out, it was the opposite. It was a lot of Saki over there compared.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least that's what it felt like. Shit, the classrooms felt like that shit.
Did ABC?
I went to South Park in '88, I think it was.
It was part of the East Side.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just felt what East Side was. There was different gangs.
Oh yeah, that's true. You true.
Yeah,
So
there
did
was a lot.
ABC Streets have like their own?
Fuck
sector
yeah,
of
they
gangs?
did. I know they.
Pretty much. I mean, we had a lot of homeboys that lived down them streets
But
too.
they
That
just
would
got
come.
down with the other cliques?
Yeah, there.
Oh,
Yeah. It wasn't really no
ABC.
clique that was the ABC streets or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that
That's
either.
what
Yeah.
And even
but if
that-
you're from that hood, of course you're gonna say I'm from the ABC streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
But inside that hood, I think that was a collective hood to where it wasn't no kind of shit like
Yeah,
that
it wasn't,
dividing
yeah.
anything. But I was gonna say the other street that's not Manshine, but the next one is it like Sunnybrook or some shit like
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah, the other one. Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like that side of the neighborhood is a
All the
different
way.
neighborhood than the
Yeah.
one that was
For
closer.
real?
Yeah, just that little street over there.
Yeah,
the park.
yeah.
The park.
Yeah.
The park that way
Yeah,
just
yeah.
felt like a
Sometimes that's all
different
that
neighborhood.
separates.
Because that's when
two
you come
gangs,
in.
you know what I'm saying?
That's when you come in.
Yeah.
You're on the other side of that street. You're Green
Yes.
Grove. You're right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
but no, that's what I was trying.
And that's
That's
a
what I
little
was
bit
saying.
fancier.
Like, I remember growing up in Cali, bro, and hood neighbor, like you said, like just that little ass road, bro.
Yeah.
Them niggas would fucking shoot at each other over that, like
Just right
bah,
across
bah, bah,
the street.
and
I mean,
What
it
is
happens.
it? Lexington Manor, right? That's
Yeah.
what it was back
the
then
Lex,
too.
The Lex, yeah,
Now they moved, I think.
the Lexington Manor.
It's called something else now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's-
Nah,
there-
they
it's
put them
still- is
on
it Lexington
stores
Manor?
and like
No, my brother lives in Lexington, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
they tore it down and rebuilt
They
it.
told, when they were rebuilding them, they had everybody move to Palms. And
Is
then
that
once
the
they
one that's on
rebuilt
Castores?
Lexington, they moved them back. No, Palms is north side.
no. Okay, well, what's the one on Castores
Yeah.
across from the?
No, you get money.
Old Enriquez?
Yeah.
yeah,
That's Lexington, man.
that's Lexington Manor, nigga. I used to
Yeah.
live- I used
Okay,
to
then
live-
y'all are thinking of a whole different Lexington Manor.
That's where I used to live, nigga.
No, that's
I'm
where I used
talking
to
about
live,
on-
too. That's where I used to live.
Okay, then what? Oh shit! Now I'm fucked up. Castores and Sunnybrook. What are those fucking little ass apartments?
Gaslight.
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 What the fuck
Oh,
is
my
what is the
bad.
gaslight?
That's
Yeah.
the. So that back
What is
then
a
when I was
gaslight?
is those little
Right there by the
apartments.
fire
It's
station.
probably like 20 feet.
Oh, okay.
20
Yeah,
spots.
yeah.
There's only one way in and one way out of those motherfuckers, dog.
yeah.
And that's how the fuck it felt.
Straight up, dog.
Yeah.
There's
that-
only one way in and one way out.
Yeah, so
I
that
remember-
separated you
Speaking
from
of that,
South
dog,
Park,
I remember
bro.
going and scoring
No
some bud
shit.
from there, dog,
Yes.
from my homeboy, dog. I shit you not, dog. I had just got a fucking half ounce of some dro, dog. I'm driving out, dog. A cop rolls right in that bitch, dog. I couldn't do nothing, dog.
Oh,
I couldn't do nothing. He's just fucking. You know when you get that stare down when he's
Fuck
just
yeah.
looking like that,
Hitting the speed
And I'm
bump at the
what
same
fuck? So in Chingas, I tell my wife to roll her fucking window down, and I tossed the sack, dude. I tossed it out.
Outta there,
I shit
gone.
you not. I tossed it out. So I bleed the blight. I turned, dude, and I'm like, fuck, dude. I just dropped fucking, dude. That's money right there.
Fuck yeah.
So I said, you know what? Fuck this. Hopefully this motherfucker left. So I go all the way down Castores. I pass the freeway. I do the U-turn right there on fucking the Stripes, and I come back.
tripping.
I drive back, dude.
Nigga at the end of
Hey,
that
dude, the
bitch.
sack was right there in the middle of the fucking street, dog. And the cop already had left, and the fucking he rolled right over it. So I mean, shit, I didn't lose it, but fuck that. I better being safe than sorry. You feel me? Yes, dog. That was like, wow, dude. How
He's,
lucky are
he's
you?
all parked somewhere with his lights on.
yeah.
He's like, grab it, I dare you.
He has a little fishing rod with a line and shit, right?
Yeah, no
He's
shit.
reeling it in and shit, right?
Reeling that bitch in.
Damn, it's not even windy, dog, right? That shit's moving like, what the fuck?
All the lights turn on.
Yeah. Now there's like 4 there. They're like, watch this.
Yeah,
It's only one way out.
Those so crazy as apartments.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
They they were crazy back in the day.
Not crazy, just the way he's
No, I've been in them hoes.
in that motherfucker, it feels like
You're in that bitch.
you're out of there, bro.
Yeah. I've been in.
There's only one way in.
I've been in that
and your
motherfucker.
entrance is so damn thin and damn near seems like
Yeah.
you gotta wait for the car. To
Yeah.
come.
That's why I said going over the fucking speed bump at the same time.
You
Stop
better
playing.
get out of your
I've
car
been in
and
that
run and
bitch.
leave that bitch there, dog.
Yeah, no
Well, you better
shit.
run, dog. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
oh,
saying?
God.
If you're
Oh,
really
God.
on the run, you know what I'm saying? For the cops.
Yeah.
See, I
This
don't
the
know why I
car and
thought
go.
it was Lexington. Man, it was
Damn,
the
that's
name. I forgot.
crazy.
But yeah,
That's
that used
crazy.
to be crazy back
Was
in
that
the
a
day,
hood
but I
too
still-
or not?
Nah, it's just all ABC.
That was like also the ABC because that's also down
yeah.
Sunnybrook. That's the ABC.
Okay,
Street, all that
okay.
right there.
But
Okay.
the ABCs, I think, stop on
But I always
Sunnybrook.
look at Gaslight is like, this ain't the hood. Like, to me, I always look at
Maybe
it like,
now. Back
I'm
then,
thinking
it's
like up until like 20 years ago, I always looked at like Gaslight, hey, like, this ain't, it's close by, but it ain't in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I always look at Gas. Like, you got old
It's a safe space.
yeah, we can chill over here.
Yeah.
We can chill over here, exactly.
It's
the
a safe
fire
space,
truck.
nigga.
The fire station wasn't always there though, right? That was something they added like
Yeah, that was
early
yeah.
2000s or some shit.
That was
No
recently
shit.
built too. Yeah, the fire.
Really?
So I want to say
Yeah.
before that time period, but
My son went to that daycare that was across the street from Gaslight.
and turned into like a bar or some shit.
No, it's still there.
As a bar?
No, as a
As a
daycare.
daycare?
Yeah.
Talking about
Oh, it's
Midway,
next
probably,
door.
right?
Yeah, it's next door to Midway.
It's a game room now.
Midway used to have rap shows. You ever do anything on that little
Yeah,
strip?
with
Twitties
with
and
with Tweety. Yeah. I performed,
you
bro.
remember
I've done kick door shows at almost every bar in the city, dog.
Really?
Until this day, dude, I'll go into a bar and if the DJ, I know the DJ. 9
Yeah.
times out of 10, I do.
Yeah.
He'll fucking put me on, dog, and I'll go ask the manager, that you know what I'm saying, or the owner, or whatever, if it's cool. And they're cool with it, and the crowd loves it. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, boom, you got somebody performing, dog.
Yeah.
Like we just came to drink and have a good time listening to some music. Now you got somebody performing.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
fixing to get
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Hey, let me get another beer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
stick around. We're about to leave, but fuck no, we're gonna stick around. We're gonna check this dude out. You know what I'm saying? So he's getting business too at the same time.
Where's the first place you performed in
That's what I was
Corpus?
just about to ask. So break it down like this. Up until that point of you dropping that first project, before we go into the second project,
Right.
where had you performed at?
Yeah.
Shit, the Airs Event Center. That's all.
That's through
he put it-
Dax?
Yeah,
What's
Dax
that?
through Dax.
What's that? There's a event center.
It's still there. It's
what
just
is it?
swamped
on the
me
other
now.
side of La Armada.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got
That's the
you.
old bowling alley?
No, that's too
another
far.
one.
Okay.
You went
I
too far.
performed there
The blue-
with Paul
the blue
Wall the
place?
first time too at that bowling alley.
It's right at the corner, and it's like usually a bunch of food trucks out there now.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're in the same shopping center where
Dollar
Exodus
General
is.
Yeah, I know you're
Yeah.
talking about. I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
No shit. And,
So Dax put you on your first show?
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
And
Yeah,
this
'cause
is
we had the
like you
concept.
not knowing. Oh, okay, my bad.
We had the concept like he already had seen me, you know, and he was
Gotcha.
that's when he first came out with the Dax, you know what I'm saying?
Dax
Like
Productions.
he started putting these shows together, you know, bringing Filero, Rashid, like somebody, Little Main Act, you know, from
Yeah.
Dope House.
Yeah.
And then of course us, you know what I'm saying? All of us like G Flow, J Feria, Diego Trece, fucking Baby Boy. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Shit, there was quite a
What's
bit of
his
heads,
name?
dog, back then.
Cyclone?
Droopy M.
Cyclone.
SS Cyclone
SS
too.
Cyclone,
I got
yeah.
nominated with him in 2012 in that award show
Shout out
for
to
hardest Chicano rapper in Corpus.
Yeah.
With him and the Wicked One.
Got you.
Yeah.
That was Eli, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Eli and Dex do that.
I think so. No, that was Dapper Don through that.
Yeah.
Dapper Don and Howard G. Yeah, Howard G. And then Flatline was there too. He got nominated. I tripped out, like I told you that story too.
Yeah.
I got nominated. That was the last nomination, and they told me I was only gonna get nominated for one award, which was the Chicano Rapper Award. But at the end, when they're announcing the last award, which was the hardest city rapper in Corpus, my name pops up, dude, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then, you know, with Flatline too, you know, and I'm like, how the fuck did I get in this category? Like,
That's
and
crazy.
I'm freaking out, like, dude, what the fuck? Dude, these people are actually jamming my shit.
Fucking with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? Which was cool, you know?
And where was the awards held at?
At the Arizona
Yeah,
Center.
there's a Vincent.
had
No
it there.
shit.
Yeah.
I think that one. I think that one's at
What?
Fiesta Latina.
Was it?
I think so. I think we had already
I did a couple of shows there at the Fiesta Latina.
because they
too.
kind of came back to back when Dax stopped.
You know
doing
what?
The
It was
Airs
the
Event
Fiesta
Center,
Latina.
when he
It
stopped
was.
doing the
Where the
Airs
fuck
Event
is that?
Center, right on the other side of
The
La
bingo.
Mata.
It
Now
was
you're on the
bingo.
left side of La Mata.
Where we were talking about the arcade, remember? Fred's store and all that?
Closer to
okay,
the
yeah,
Fred's
yeah,
store,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
That's right. You're right
No
about that. It was there.
shit.
Yeah.
It was there. Yeah. That's crazy, dog.
So what, like, right before that new dollar store?
That's the Airs Event Center. Where
And
the,
then on
where
the
that Dollar
other,
General
and then on the other side where the
of La Mata,
right on the other side, that's the
Fiesta Latina.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was gonna say those shows kind of there wasn't really a gap. Like I felt like he
It was
did his
like-
last show at the Airs Event Center, and then the next one was pretty close, and it was everybody
moved
made
there.
the transition.
Yeah.
Real easily.
with him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with him, yeah.
That's
And then he
fire.
started taking us out of town. Like we went to Pearsall, Texas, and did that Chingo Bling.
Oh,
It was a bunch of people from different cities all over Texas
Stop.
to do a video and a song with Chingo Bling,
Hey.
and everybody got the opportunity to perform. They had judges. He
Fire.
was there too. It was pretty dope, dog.
And this is when he's
and
on
and he took
fire.
us all out there, dog, to do that. You know what I'm saying? Paper Chase was there. You know what I'm saying?
Who took Dax or Dapper Don?
Dax.
All right.
Yeah, Dax. But we all rolled it.
Right,
Like,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
And then with Chingo Bling, you know what I'm
Fuck yeah.
saying? He was popping at that time.
Yeah.
Hella, you know?
Yeah.
So that was a badass memory. And that's with my second album. That's when I was already hustling the second album. Producing my own shit, recording my own shit from watching the first producer doing all that with the Pro Tools. I went and bought my own shit, my own setup, my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Started charging people to come in and record.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I learned the music business wise as far as producing too.
Yeah.
You know, so I know if I get back into it, it's still there. You know what I'm saying? You work with something for so long, you stop doing it. Just like if I stop flipping steaks, I don't do it for years, I'm still gonna go back and still be a beast at it because it's already embedded in me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
It's part of what I do. So
What was the name of the first project?
the Corpito's Finest,
Come on.
Texas State Armadillo.
So then let's go into the second project.
That was the Still Blowing Smoke.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
That's when I
You
started.
did your own graphics on that one too.
That one, no, I did. Who did the graphic on that one? It was another rapper, dude, that I also featured him on the track, and he also did the artwork for me, dude. And what the fuck was his name? It's been so many years, dude. But yeah,
He was from Corpus?
yeah, he was from Corpus. Yeah, he was from Corpus.
Him right?
Man, dude, it's been so many years.
Mexican
Dude.
black dude?
Now it's a Mexican dude. He was kind of heavy set guy, but he was also a rapper, like I said.
C-Web?
No.
Nah, bro. What? That year is like a way year for C-Web. No offense.
This
C-Web,
was like
but he's young.
2006 now.
Yeah.
We're in 2006 now. Yeah, this is when, like I said,
C-Web.
I pulled out that second album. This is fresh off of the Bayfest.
Okay,
You
then.
know what I'm saying?
That's
Fresh
tough.
off of selling that first album, boom, I come out with the
tough.
second album. We do the show out in Pearsall, Texas, and then from there we start doing all these other shows. And at that time too, that's when I start breaking off by myself and showing up at these bars and doing these fucking shows.
Yeah.
At the bars, the clubs. I roll up in the club, McCaw's fucking Club One downtown. The one that was next to Club One, what was it? It had the Voodoo Lounge and something else.
Bourbon
Street. Yeah. I performed there several times. This is all with the second
Toxic?
album. Toxic. I was at all these bars, dog. The Hannahville back then when they had that.
What was the other one on side of the freeway again? Tequila Boom.
Yeah, I performed there too with Zero when it turned into something else. Yeah, it turned into something else. Like I performed with Zero like 3 times already too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So man, dude, that's another thing. So many people that I shared the stage with, dude. It's a lot to name, dude.
Yeah, I want to say, name some of the people that you shared the stage with and opened up for.
Shit. Mexican OT, Point Blank, MC Magic, Chingo Bling, Riff Raff, Frankie J,
It's crazy.
everybody from Dope House Records. Shit. Fuck, there's so. Mike Jones. I did him. Mr. Mike, K Reno, Bubba Sparks, Lil Troy, Lil Flip, Lil Kiki, dude, Slim Thug. We did the Slim Thug. Yeah, we did the Slim Thug.
That was just recent too.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and the list goes on. It's so many people, dude, that I have met and had the experience to do this. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Never to think that I'll do this. You know what I'm saying? And people like, dude, you're older already. And I'm like, give a fuck. I'm still gonna do this shit. Like,
God.
I do it. I do it because I love what I do.
Love this shit.
You know what I'm saying? I love it. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for. I do it because I love it. This is my pastime.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Other
hobby.
people like to go do other things.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I like to
Exactly.
make music. I like to get on the stage. I like to grab the microphone.
Yep.
I like to fucking show myself off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And be me, who I am. You know what I'm saying? This is me because all my music that I make, it's literally what I've been through, what I've done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's real shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just putting on a persona or putting on something fake because I've lived this life. I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to spit this in stories and tell these people on what I grew up in and how it really was and how it was rough, you know what I'm saying, to inspire other people to, you know what, man, look at this guy where he grew up, where he came from, you know what I'm saying? Man, look where I came from. And you know what I'm saying? These guys got money. These guys got, you know, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people don't know the struggle's real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers that have came into this game, they came in with money. They have money. You know what I'm saying? Their parents have money.
Or the fucking somebody's backing them.
Yeah, or somebody's backing them. Which me right now too. I have people that back me. I have sponsors. I got so many sponsors that show me love, that I've been doing it for so many years that they trust me. It's not like I'm gonna take their money and not do nothing with it and burn off with it and go spend it on some other bullshit. So if I'm telling you I'm doing this for a show that I want to do, best believe that you're part of that. You're part of what I do, and I'm gonna acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? On the shirts that I wear to, you know, to my shows. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put your name on there. You're gonna be, hey, you're part of me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Right. You got me here right now where I'm at, dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you're sharing the same experience with me because you're my sponsor, knowing that, hey, that's my fucking name right there on that dude's shirt. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know how many people are gonna see that shit and wonder, oh man, dude, check it out. This motherfucker got some pretty cool people that are backing him up. You know what I'm saying? And it's a real feel good thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people sponsor themselves with, you know what I mean? I don't know nobody because I lived off of drug money for many years. 20 years I sold marijuana, pounds and pounds of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I sponsored my shit back then too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now it's all about work. It's all about work. I work. I pay my bills, and my wife's fixing to have neck surgery, dog, within the next month, dog. So I'm fixing to press this new album, so like that I have product, and I'm still gonna continue what I do. But at the same time, I gotta be there for my wife. You know what I'm saying? Right. My family comes first. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta make sure she's
definitely
good,
gonna be praying for her.
So that's what I'm into right now. Like I could have went on the show with the baby and them, that 5 City or whatever that they got going on right now. You know, I got invited to do that, but I had talked to Nate and I explained to him the situation. He was like, man, you know, I got your back whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? All these shows are open to you. You're one of the first persons that I'm going to offer this to you because you're a real motherfucker. You always come through. You never fucking pull my leg. You never fuck with me. You don't talk shit behind my back. You know what I'm saying? You a real dude. You know what I'm saying? Really. So I'm going to give you that opportunity, which is badass because Nate's put me on some pretty cool shows, dog. Yeah. I've done a lot of things with this guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, some people don't like him. Other people do. You know what I'm saying? Right. But he's still going to be who he is, and he's still going to put on his shows and do what he does because that's what he lives for. You know what I'm saying? That's his bread. That's where he makes his money, too. You know what I'm saying? He has a family himself. You know what I'm saying? Just like we all do. So we got to make ends meet. No matter how we do it, but we're going to do it. But for him to still show me love, and like I said, I'm one of the old school rappers. He could pick anybody. He says he has so many people in his inbox trying to get on these shows, bro. And to be picked out of all these other guys, just because I'm a man of my word, I respect, and that puts me on top of the game already. You know what I'm saying?
Grown man shit.
Yes, it really does, dog. So I'm blessed and thankful that I've done all these things in my life. Been on the radio stations, got nominated for awards, done all kinds of things. These people see that, and even when they go to my page or they want to look, oh, what's Armadillo up to now? You know what I'm saying? I'm always doing something, bro. I'm always posting something, whether it's not about my steaks or it's about the music. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped that new video with Rashid like 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm fixing to do this new track. It's a cumbia track in Spanish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit the fucking Spanish radio stations,
Yeah,
and I'm going back
crazy.
to my roots.
Yeah.
To my old producer, Gabe Salinas, bro. I chopped it up with him. He's gonna fucking produce me all the tracks that I have that are fire that I've put out with videos and stuff like that. Like this guy, he comes through. He sits in the fucking lab and y'all need to put him on the show, dog. I was fixing to say, y'all need to bring him on the show, bro, because he's connected with a lot of people, dog.
Okay.
He's done music for so many people here in Corpus, dog. Videos too. He shot videos and he makes
shit.
beats, bro. And
he was like, I don't want to use the word the father or grandfather, but he was the foundation for a lot of rappers' careers that have came out of Corpus.
Yes.
I want to say Droopy said he started over there with Gabe and
Yep.
stuff like that. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like shit.
That's
like,
On some real talk. And the only reason why I connected with Gabe is because he's married to my cousin, dog. That's how I ended up connecting with him, dude. From back in the days, dog, when I did my first, well, it wasn't my first, it was like my 4th or 5th video, but the Suspicious Rides, where he shot and filmed it, you know what I'm saying? Him and Havo G, because they used to tag team back in the days to do videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so from then, I just started like, he produced the Lowrider track. He produced the Lost in Time track. He produced
That's
you know, all these badass tracks that I fucking come. This dude,
That Lowrider
has been
track
there,
is
dog.
I was just like,
fucking
I was thinking
crazy.
that too. Did you have those type of style tracks on your first project, or was that something
No.
that you started doing later on?
Totally different.
Okay. all right.
Really?
Totally different.
Okay.
Right.
My style has changed from. I have the original song that I ever put down. Very first fucking song that I put down on a CD with one of the old school Cumbia Kings in 2000, dog. And it was a freestyle. And I freestyled for 9 minutes, dude, straight through, just freestyle. That's when I actually like, dude, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then that's when I ended up with the deal with the rims after I had did that track. That's the very first time. So that track was put up. I never fucked with it. I never did shit. Until this last album, I put it on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? Let me take it back to the roots where I actually started putting my music on fucking
That's how you got to do
dog.
it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And I put it on there, and to hear myself in that track to a track that I've done now,
Right.
or
It's
like,
crazy.
dude, totally
different person.
Bro, who in the fuck
Yeah.
was that dude?
Throw that shit away.
Damn near.
Yeah, like,
This don't even sound like me.
but it's like,
Cringy as fuck.
you know,
Yeah. This
that
don't even
made
sound
me,
like me.
that made my music career. That started
Right,
it off. That
right, right,
boosted, like, gave me the
The
fucking
passion
spark.
of that person then.
Yes, yes.
Woo.
So Gabe was the first person to ever record you officially?
No.
Who was
No,
that?
the producer was Robert Villarreal,
Already.
Robert Villarreal, and then I went to
What did he
EG
go by?
Elias. I don't know if you remember Elias. He recorded.
Where was that at?
He recorded which one?
Where was his studio at? That
Oh,
name
Robert?
sounds familiar.
Elias.
No, Elias.
Oh, Elias. He had the studio in Treadway.
No.
EG.
Nope.
He's recorded. He had a lot of dudes that recorded with him too, that are well known right now too. That went to his studio. You know, Giovanni. I don't know. Remember Big Giovanni back in the days too. He used to record him. Passed away. Merc Rock used to record with them. See, Joe. I've seen so many people go in and out when I lived in Treadway.
Yeah.
That he would make beats for them, and that's when.
That's crazy.
I was producing my own shit. Remember I told you I had my studio? Well, after I lost all that, I started recording with EG. I started going with him. And he wouldn't charge me nothing because he's like, all I want from you, Jimmy, is to put my music out there. And he was seeing what I was already doing. Like, he's all, I just want you to put my music out there. I'm not going to charge you nothing. Let me know when you're going to come in, whatever. At the same time, he's cutting hair. He's cutting hair in his crib,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah, that's
Now he
nice.
has his own fucking barbershop, dog.
Yeah.
Made Men over there on fucking, by
Staples.
Miller. It's by Miller.
Hustler.
Yeah. So, but he was my my third producer because I was my own second producer. And then after him, that's when Gabe came in the picture. Gabe came in the picture before I stopped doing music. He came in the picture like in 2010. And then 2012, I didn't fuck with the music until 2021 when I came back. That's when I came back with that fucking track, Cruising, dog. And
Was that with the lowrider sample?
no, that Cruising's with the Smokey Robinson song.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, with the Smokey Robinson. And that's I came back out with that song. And then from there in 2001, I did that first show with K Reno and Mr. Mike and them in Kingsville. And then since then, I did interviews with fucking Z95, the Big Bell, Saved by the Bell, Saved by the Bell. Fat Man the Boss, he did an interview with me too, sat down, done the interview with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, right now, like, it's pretty dope, dog, like, to be recognized like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And to be still out there moving. I'm moving, dude.
That's how it's supposed to be.
For me, it's dope because we get to put together this fucking like timeline of Corpus music history.
Yes.
So every interview really just fills in blanks, and I try to get people to intertwine and stuff. So when you start speaking about being around Flatline,
and not just
different people.
music, it doesn't fill in music history blanks. It fills in history blanks.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So yeah, it's dope as fuck. I appreciate you for coming.
Yeah, hell yeah, you already know, man.
Like,
shit, anytime.
What was did you have you dropped the project since you came back out in 2021?
I dropped that Priest on the Streets, and then now I've been just sitting on this that Corpitos Connections. I already got the album, the artwork, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is what I'm gonna put out once my wife gets in the hospital, and
Gabe Salinas?
that right there is half Gabe Salinas, half me, and some of EG.
Okay.
Where it's tracks that I have been put up. You know what I'm saying? I have that Dapper Don track on there, that Tragos de Amargo, the remix of the Ramon Ayala.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I got that Rashi one right now that I just fucking cut with him, dog.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna put that Cumbia track because within another week, 2 weeks, it's gonna be done, that track.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna trip out when y'all hear this shit, dog.
Yeah,
Especially coming from Gabe, the beats that he makes, dude. And then I already got my song. It's called the Armadillo Cumbia, dog. And I'm just going off in Spanish, and it's talking about centuras and all kinds of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You getting on the dance floor with your woman, you know what I'm saying? And all the dudes are checking her out, you know what I'm saying? But you know that she's with you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in Spanish, you know what I'm saying? And it's pretty live, dog. I think it is to just transfer over because I'm a Tex-Mex rapper. I can do that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can spit something in English. Most of the time I spit Spanish and English. There's been a couple of tracks where it's all Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then now I want to go touch base, feel the waters to see where that will take me with the Spanish radio stations.
Yeah.
Because I already got the green light with Havo G. He said, you bring me this track, you give me this track, I'm going to spin it on the fucking, on
just
the radio.
like that, too.
Just like that.
Just like that,
He
too.
said, you bring me this track, and I got you. And he's waiting for it. And I finally got everything situated. Like I said, I talked to Gabe the other day.
Yeah.
He's already working on it. We're going to get a studio. I'm going to record it there with him. And Gabe's not the type where he likes to record anymore. He's more of a beat. He'll sell you a beat. You know what I'm saying? But he's all, you're my family. You know, you've been putting my music out for a long time. You know, well, let's do this.
Right.
I'll give you everything, a package deal. Boom, I'll record you. You know what I'm saying? Mix and master it down. And then we're good to go. And he's a man of his word. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I respect about him. So, yeah. Put him on the show.
About the state of the way the Latin artist has grown over these past couple of years, like, especially in Texas.
Especially
like,
in Texas.
D-babies and that are being
It's
recognized.
a lot. It's a lot. Right.
Like that. Like,
Yeah.
What do you think about stuff like that?
That's pretty cool, to be honest with you, because they all started like us, just regular. You know, you go back to their life stories on how they grew up.
Yeah.
And they're telling you these things, and you know, it's just that one opportunity that somebody actually sees them, that is a big time person, and brings them along. And like you said, boom, now they start sponsoring them. Now they start putting them on shows. By that time, you know it, all the shows he's getting put on, now he's getting paid from. Now he's getting, at the beginning, maybe they were paying for shows. Maybe they were, to get on, you got to get your feet wet. But that's why I said, that's where sponsors come in. That's when you get a sponsor. If you're smart,
I feel that.
you know what I'm saying? Use, and it's the right way. It's not dirty. It's not crooked. You ain't going to get your door kicked in because you owe somebody money. Now, these people gave you this money because they trust you with it. And you're using it to your advantage to put yourself out there. At the same time, they feel proud of you,
The
dog.
return on their investment is seeing you get on that
It's-
stage and do your thing. They're not expecting the money back in return.
Nothing.
They're expecting to see you get on that fucking stage
Yeah.
and do your damn thing.
A lot of motherfuckers tell me, dude, I don't know how you're 49 years old and you got the balls to go up there in front of all those fucking
And
people,
the
dude,
energy, bro. I see
and
it.
wreck it, dog.
The energy.
Yeah, and
That's what I told him.
I'm moving. I'm just moving.
That's what I told him,
And
man.
I'm always throwing this fucking like cotton mouth like a motherfucker, but I still I'm gonna give it my 110%, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give y'all a show, bro. I'm not just gonna go up there and rap and you know and let my music play and I'm mumbling and because I've been to a lot of shows and I've seen that where their music's playing, they're talking, half their lyrics ain't even being fucking spit by them, they're just
Right.
going off. Or I've even seen people lip singing, you know what I'm saying? Like, but each to their own, they do their own thing. I know when I get on that stage, I bring it. I fucking bring it, dog. Like I ain't bullshitting. Like there's gonna be one day when I'm gonna be able to bring it no more. But you know what? While I can right now do it, I'm gonna do it
Already.
all the way, bro.
Already.
Yeah.
Already. You
Oh,
got so what do you said you got that album coming up and you're just waiting to drop that one?
Yeah, like I said, I'm just waiting on my wife's date for the surgery.
Right.
As soon as I do that, I'm gonna ship off that fucking money, have that fucking because I don't know how long I'm gonna be out from work.
Exactly.
So that's gonna hold me off.
Right.
I already know the game of the hustle.
Right.
I get these CDs. I'll pay $300. I'm gonna make $1,000. I sell every single one of them, and I'm gonna hit the
Right.
streets. I'm gonna hustle,
Right,
hustle. That's gonna get me by while I'm, the week or 2 weeks that I'm off from work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To get me by. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not asking for no handouts. I'm not asking, but there's my wife. They made her a page. You know what I'm saying? Pretty soon they're gonna put it out whenever, just for those expenses. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like I do it on my own, bro. It's a struggle.
Shit, let me know if you need help pressing up CDs. I specialize
Yeah.
in that.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
See, it's connection. You know what I'm saying?
Good deals.
Maybe even
Yeah.
cheaper. I was getting them done in Houston.
Yeah, if you can get them
You know what I'm
done-
saying?
get them done for cheaper, hey,
No, I'm
I'll-
saying,
I'll
no,
tell
I'm
you
saying,
don't for them
I'm
shit.
saying for you. You know what I'm saying? If you got a deal cheaper,
yeah.
not only that, I gotta pay shipping and handling and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I drive down the street 5 minutes from
Yeah,
you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And pick that shit
Make
up.
life easier than
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Not only that, I'm
Yeah.
saving money in my
Yeah.
pocket. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now we can do it for a little bit cheaper, and I'm gonna make more money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
But that's my concept, and like I said, I still want to do this, CD hustling thing because.
People still buy CDs.
Yes, bro, they
Fuck
really
yeah.
do, dog. And you know what? The other day I went to the Abrahams. They had that kind of light visual for him.
RIP,
The one, yeah.
who got killed.
And one of my homeboys stops me and he tells me, he's like, "Hey, bro, you got any CDs on you?" Straight, just like that. He's like, "I've been seeing everything you've been posting." He's like, I want a CD, dog. I said, "Don't worry, I got you, bro. I'll hit you up. I'll let you know, dog, and I'll go drop it out to you, dog." You know what I'm saying? You're going to catch me everywhere, dog.
Yeah.
I'll be at the store taking a shit or a piss. I'm coming out. I'm going to sell you a CD, dog. I'm going to wash my hands first. But I'm just saying, like, I'm that type of dude. Like, I'm not scared to get down and ask you. You're going to tell me no or, have a blessed day, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes, and they're just going to buy it just because they're just going to buy it. It's because they're showing you love.
Like you said earlier, man, I gotta give. I don't know, maybe you learned it from him, but Point Blank, bro, I gotta give a lot of credit to Point Blank for that game. Because whenever the first time I ever bought some CDs from him, I pulled up to him on Taco Bell on Everhard.
See what I
And
mean?
Like you say, so many CDs made me feel like I was his homeboy for fucking years.
For years, yeah.
My picture and everything.
Yeah.
And that was something like that I learned to incorporate in my hustle.
Yep.
So whenever I sell people shit, hey, you want a picture? Hey, let me sign.
Let me
this
sign
for
your
you.
shit real quick.
Exactly.
Yeah, dog. That's.
Yeah.
I mean, you're showing them love. You're not like I said. You could go to the store, buy somebody's T-shirt, buy somebody's merchandise, a
Yeah.
poster. 9 times out of 10, you may see them, at a concert, but where you gonna be at? You're gonna be deep. Yeah, you're gonna be deep
Out of
in
there.
people, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To get an autograph or whatever like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? So. For us to be able to do this for all the our fans or whoever, no matter what,
The city.
I will take time
Yeah.
out. I will sign your shirt. I will sign the CD. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not scared to chop it up with you. Hey, you want to do a track? Hey, you want me to get it? On the cool. I'm not even the guy that's about making money because it's not even about that. Like I
Yeah,
said, it's about
really.
having fun,
It-
being
on the
humble.
cool, on
you know
the
what I'm
cool.
saying? You do something for somebody.
the
I don't
love of
expect
this
nothing
shit.
back. But 9 times out of 10, they're gonna return the favor and they're gonna show you love. You don't have to ask for it. They just they see what you're doing, and they're a reflection of you. So now, boom, you just got them to do what you were doing,
Already.
and they're gonna share it with somebody else.
Paying
Do
it
the same
forward.
thing. Paying it forward. There you go. Yeah, so it all works out at the end of the day,
It
bro.
does, bro.
Yeah.
It does, bro.
God is good, man.
Man.
What was anytime you felt like starstruck?
Oh yeah, that's
Shit.
that's crazy.
the first Mexican OT, that last interview that I hadn't did the show yet, but seeing all those, that audience was from the front of the thing all the way to the ticket, to buy the ticket to there. It was just nalga to verga in there, bro.
Hey.
Like straight up, dog.
Yeah.
No oxygen to breathe. It was hot, dude. But just seeing that many people, it did a flashback of back in the days, like I said, the Bayfest.
Yeah.
That was a big event, a big show, something.
Have you talked about the Bayfest already? Did you talk
Yeah,
about that?
yeah, earlier, yeah.
Already.
So then now I'm looking forward to, God willing and everything, I got the green light. This will be the 4th year that I do the Lowrider Car Show at
That's
the American
dope.
Bank Center. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope. That's
So
dope.
I'm really looking forward to that. That's pretty cool because the last one that
Household
I did last
name.
year, I connected with Rashid.
Oh shit.
I connected with Rashid, and that's I ended up dropping a track, a video, everything. You know what I'm saying? Just for going, doing that show, pop up, boom, I got blessed. Look, we connected. You know what I'm
The
saying?
one that you did with Lil Kiki, shit.
Crazy.
Yeah, that one was right. The one with Lil Kiki, that was at the car show. Was that at the car show, or was that at the bridge?
Not the bridge.
Okay, I was at that one too, anyways.
Yeah,
Shit.
Lil Kiki,
But I
yeah.
swear you were at the car show, the Lil Kiki at the car show. You were there though, I think though, just chilling, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
That
yeah.
shit crazy.
Like I said, the last 4 years, this will be the 4th year. The last 3 years, I've done every single one of those. You know what I'm saying? Which is badass for me to come back and still. Obviously, I'm doing something right to get
Right.
invited back to do
Right.
these things. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
So, which like my music it's having to do with these lowrider cars, having to do with rolling through your body.
Will your song be
yeah,
ready
yeah.
by the car show?
Which one, the lowrider?
Then the one that you're talking about.
Oh, the Spanish one?
Yeah, the Spanish one.
I'm
'Cause
hoping within
that's
2 weeks.
kind of where it should be,
Within
right?
2
That,
weeks,
that
yeah.
should be a
Okay,
good little
within 2
premiere
weeks.
for
Yeah,
it.
that'd be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know when the fuck is
June 2nd.
the car show is June 2nd?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got time.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
Shit,
that.
turn that bitch into a video shoot and everything.
That'd be pretty
If the
dope.
look out there right and you
Two
performing that song.
Call that a twofer.
Yeah, well, shouts
as
out to
well.
Bayside Studios too.
Yo, shout out to him.
Camara, Wiki Wody, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That boy comes through, he's a phone call away, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of guys that do film here, you know what I'm saying? Do videos,
Yeah.
video shoots, Some of them, I'm not gonna lie, are salty with the prices.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you know that you
Crazy.
can get this other guy right here.
Right.
He's a little bit cheaper, but he's gonna fucking work on your shit.
Right.
He's
Put his
gonna
heart into it.
He's gonna sit down there. He's
Right.
gonna spend the whole night getting high and just fucking
Man, shout
making
out to
sure
Ashton,
everything's
man.
right.
Shout out to Ashton Clouds. Man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So, I mean, it's just from so many years doing it that you see these things, you know these people. I've came across so many different artists, so many that you know who's who.
Yeah.
You catch a vibe, you'll catch a bad vibe, you'll catch a good vibe, but you know who to
Facts.
stay away from, you know who
Already.
to fuck with, you know who's cool with you know
can
who's
feel
down
it.
to ride with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
You know,
I
that ego shit.
yeah,
you can feel
nobody
it.
that
You
thinks
can
they're
sense the
better than
shit.
anybody type of shit because I'm not better than anybody else.
Already.
I really ain't, bro. Like I said, I just told you my story, what I do, you know what I'm saying? I flip steaks for a living, you know what I'm saying? I the struggle is real, dog. I
Yeah,
could be
man.
hustling, making hella money, dog, but I'm not.
Already.
I choose
Yeah.
to work, bro. You know what I'm saying? And support my family, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
The right
But,
way.
But like I said, for 20 years I did it. For a long time, I'm gonna knock the hustle because I made hella money, fucking seen hella fucking elbows, dog. Like,
Yeah.
bro, yeah, hella.
Good times.
Yeah, good times.
What's an old trap story?
Shit, there's fucking...
You braided or putting up
Nah, yeah, well, as a matter of fact, the first time I ever got busted with marijuana, dude, was the last time I actually stopped selling, to be honest with you. And it was only a dime a week. I was at 4 a.m. driving in my Mustang all fucked up. I was all wired, dog, right? Had some holly on me, dude.
Tripping.
And I was going to an after party. Well, after party. Because it was already after 2, after 4, yeah. That's the after party.
I'm passenger
So
seat
anyway,
with you,
I'm
bro.
driving in my Mustang and they light me up, dog. They light me up on airs and I'm like, what the fuck?
Fuck.
So
Wrong
my
person to be.
my first instinct, stash the fucking holly, dog. I shove it in the CD player, dog. I shove it in the CD player. And I still had the weed in the console right here,
Tripping.
right?
Forgot
So
about it.
So I knew.
Already.
So they pulled me over, but it was a stash spot you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay, yeah,
so in
yeah,
other words, they had to look everywhere and then finally find it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he gets me down. They do a sobriety test and all that. And he's like, "You got anything in the car that I should be aware of?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I got like about a dime of marijuana. It's in the middle of the console." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "All right." So they go, they check, boom, it's there, boom. They search the whole car, dude. He comes back to me and tells me, he's since you were real with me and being honest with me, I'm gonna be honest with you and real with you. I'm gonna give you 2 choices. I could take you in for a DWI or I could take you in for for a possession of marijuana, and we're gonna impound your car. I said, shit. Where's the record at? Go take it and come on, let's go, dog. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. He hadn't even found the fucking Harley, dog.
Yeah.
So when I went the next day after I bound it out and went and got my car out, dog, I had to sell my lowrider Monte Carlo in order to get my Mustang out that bitch, dog. So then I went and got it out. As soon as I opened the door and I sat down in the fucking car to turn it on in the impound, the fucking Harley sticking out of the CD player, dog. I swear to God, dog. This motherfucker searched the whole 2 guys, dude, with lights and all kinds of shit, bro. I sat in the car and that bitch was sticking right out, dog, the corner, dog. Like, I didn't shove it all the way in.
The party continues.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dog. I'm passenger seat with you, dog.
Yeah, dog.
The party starts again.
That was a crazy story, dog. You know what I'm saying? But after that, bro, that's when I stopped selling marijuana, dog. I stopped fucking with it, dude. I still smoked it. But I stopped, dude. Like, it was a trip. So then I ended up getting Spurs for that shit.
Oh, shit.
I go do Spurs.
Fucking Spurs.
I had one day left of
Spurs.
Spurs. I shit you not. One day. I stopped going, dog. So then I'm thinking, oh, these motherfuckers, if I get caught up, I'm just going to owe a day.
Yeah.
Fuck no, dog. I got pulled over again in the middle of the night, dog. They told me I had a blue warrant. I said, what the fuck? That means no
blue
bail, no
warrant?
bond. Yeah, I'd say you ain't getting out.
Yeah,
Over Spurs?
Yeah, over
not going
Spurs,
to
dog.
Spurs.
For real?
Yes,
Hell
dog.
yeah.
So
I didn't know that.
So then I went back
That's
to
your
court.
exchange.
I went back to court for that, thinking, oh man, I'm gonna fucking get out of here. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give me Spurs again.
Hell no.
Fuck no, they gave me a half a year, bro.
Damn.
In county, dog, a half a year for that shit, bro.
That sucks.
And it was for that possession of marijuana, dog.
That
That dime, dude. It was for that. Like I said, I had one day of Spurs left. I did not show up to the last day, and vámonos, dude. 6 months, dog, for that shit.
And back in them days, they was trying to set examples out of niggas and shit.
Fuck yeah, bro.
How does that make you feel knowing that if you got busted with that same amount today, they probably let you keep it or give you a fucking ticket or a ticket?
Nah,
That's still up to the
I've got
cop.
it pulled over, and now they just tell me if it's like a dime, a nick, whatever they just dump it right here and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
smash it out.
And
You know
go
what
on
I'm saying?
about your day.
Yeah. Shit. Don't you know I'm fixing to go buy some more,
Oh,
motherfucker?
God. Straight to that nigga house.
Straight the fuck
From
up.
right here to that nigga house.
Yeah, straight
You'll
up.
never believe what happened right now.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God.
Going
All
to
right,
jail
before
for
we
some
get out of here,
marijuana?
man, I'm going to need your top 5, man, of Corpus of all time.
Rappers. No particular order.
Yeah, not great, no order.
Well, Flatline,
Come on.
Michael White,
Come on.
on some real shit. Like, he's... Yeah, the last time I was here, he had asked me the same question. He told me to name the 3 that, you know, I work with, whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was Droopy M,
Hey, your father changed shit.
Josh, fucking Josh Smith,
Come on.
J
J
Boogie,
Boogie?
yeah, and Droopy M. You know
Jay
what I'm
Boogie
saying?
been doing it for a minute. People don't know that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Like,
been. Yeah,
Ever
he's
since I've
out
been
there.
here.
Flyboy days?
Oh, speaking of that, I got a story of that too.
Ever since I met him, and I'm gonna say like at least within the last 8 to 10 years for sure.
Yeah, when I used to stay in Hillcrest, dog, I stayed in Hillcrest for like 14 years, dog, as a grown man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, my sister over there, well, that's where I met Jay Buggy. They were little kids, dog, him and his sisters and his brothers.
Right.
And I used to go smoke weed with his mom and dad back in the days, dog. You know what I'm
really?
saying? They were still in school, dog, right? So that's when I first started like with the rap, and I would always be busting freestyles and flows and
Right.
around them and hanging out, and that's when
Right.
they started. I would smoke weed with them too, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool because I was like an older brother to them. I was a grown man, but they were still kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'd be busting freestyles, and Jay Boogie would be there, and he's like, man, dude, that's pretty cool, you know. One day I would like to do that, you know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit. And one time at a show that he was doing, he came up to me and he told me, dude, I would never be doing this, dude, if it was never for you moving into the hood and hanging out with our family, dog,
That's
and you
fire.
being, you know, a rapper that you were,
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
He's all, and
right.
I do that because of you.
Yeah,
And that's a true story, true words. He'll tell you the same thing because he told me that. That shit just, bro, I was like, wow, dog.
Yeah, that's
From
dope.
so many years ago of you being a little kid, you still remember that shit?
that's dope.
He's like, y'all never forget that.
Yeah.
He's like, that's why you're my brother. And I was like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? That was his mom and dad, dog, his pops, RIP, and his mom, RIP. You know what I'm saying? They're really good friends of mine, dog.
That's why it's so important for the OGs in the neighborhoods or not
Exactly.
to take a liking to the, not even necessarily liking, like
Accountability,
Yeah,
nigga.
with the
For the hood, nigga.
hood, straight
Yeah.
up. 'Cause
Yeah.
that leaves an impression. So that impression that you like the J Boogie that we know today,
Right.
if you wouldn't have never told us that.
We wouldn't know that.
We wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Right.
He was inspired by seeing you do this over there in Northside.
You wouldn't be the
Yeah.
same person.
20 years ago, however long.
Shit, I was one of the few Mexicans that lived over there.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of
Where'd
black
you
people.
live
Kennedy Street,
Oh shit.
next to the pastor. Pastor, what's his name, dude? He still lives there. As a matter of fact, his house. His dad, the park that's there. That was his dad, dude. That they named the park Doctor something.
Williams?
William
Williams.
Smith.
Williams.
William. No, Dr. Williams.
Dr. Williams.
Dr. Williams.
J. Williams.
Yeah, he was our neighbor for years, bro. My sister at that house, dog.
Damn,
I would cut his grass and everything,
And
dog.
his dad was named after, the park was named
After his dad,
That's
yes, bro.
crazy.
Yeah. He's still there, dog.
You got some history,
Mr.
bro.
Williams.
Yeah, that's throw.
What
Yeah.
years are those? I mean, either way, we were right there on Hobart and Van Loan.
Okay.
You might have known my uncles, bro. Like real shit. They used to race cars back at the speedways back in the days, like
Oh,
in the
shit.
early '90s. You were probably like 20 or some shit.
I
like
didn't
that.
live there until like the 2000s, like, you know what I'm saying? More, I was already grown, like I said. I was
Yeah.
already, you know, I already had my kids, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
but I
right.
was just living with my sister, and at that time,
Yeah, I
and
feel that.
like I said, you know, all the kids from the neighborhood, John, I still remember all of them, dog. They would come because I had weed. I always had weed, so they would come after school, knocking on the door. You know, like, what the fuck? Then all of a sudden, then Josh, he started cutting my sister's yard. So he would cut my sister's yard, dog. Every once a month, he'd be there. My sister would pay him, dog. And he would come around and he'd cut the grass. You know what I'm saying? So he knows my family like that, too. You know what I'm saying? Which was pretty dope, dog. But, I mean, that's a badass story that, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about the rappers, and he's a cool-ass dude, bro, to this day. He always shows me respect and love.
That's
Him and his
ill,
sisters,
dog.
no matter where I go, dog.
That's ill.
So you had Flat, Mike, J Boogie,
Drew.
Drew,
yeah, Drew.
and then
He's still doing his thing. I've been seeing him
Fuck
all
yeah,
over.
man.
And then right now too, there's a couple of other guys too. Okay, Boyle just sent me tracks, dog, that he's on fire right now. He's dropping shit left and right. And his shit that he got right now, it's fire, dog, his
Yeah.
music. Cynical Saint sent me a couple of his tracks. Dope as fuck. Matthew Point sent me some tracks that he had too, dude. Spanish fucking dude. Like these guys are, they don't even know what they got, bro.
Yeah, already.
Dude, when me hearing it, and I was just jamming it back to back. Boom, boom. Rewind that shit, rewind. Like, damn, dude, this is fucking this. And it's taking you back, dog, because these motherfuckers, they rap out of the heart, dog.
Yeah.
They're just going off, dude. Cynical Saint, that motherfucker's just, I don't know if you ever seen him spit,
Yeah.
but he spits fucking fire, bro. Hey, dude, yeah, it's Dark Street, dog.
shout
Yeah,
out Dark
dog.
Street, man. Rest in peace, Nightmares for real.
Yeah,
man.
rest in peace, dog.
Yeah, nah, they
That's ill.
Saints a beast.
Yeah, so
Who was the fifth one?
You
Last
named
one.
5 for the fifth.
I
one.
named all those right
Yeah,
now, all
that's
those
what
three that just
Yeah,
came.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
it.
guess they're all in that little category. You feel
Yeah,
me now?
that's
Because
it.
they're pushing their shit out right now.
I'll take
and,
that.
And they
I'll take
and like
that
I
all
said,
day.
they inboxed me. Hey, what do you think about this? Track?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want my feedback. Why do you want my feedback? Well, because you're the fucking armadillo, dog, and
Yeah.
you're doing all kinds of shit.
How'd you come up with the name?
You know, like I told.
The Armadillo or the Texas State part? Huh?
The whole name.
The Texas State Armadillo.
Because we may know, but for the people that don't know, how did you
Right,
come up with the
right,
whole
right.
name? Texas State Armadillo.
Shit. I don't know, but it was I just rolled with it one time. I don't know. I kept seeing it like before.
Right.
I even with the album, you know what I'm saying? Before I was like, when I would freestyle, be like JLA, my initials.
Okay.
But then when I went and I sat down with Robert, and Robert's telling me, well, why don't you use your last name, dog? Why don't you just use your last name, Armadillo? That sounds better. He's all, let me go look up a picture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something badass. He looks up an armadillo, dog, and it said on there, Texas State Armadillo, which is the Texas State animal.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's my
yeah.
last name.
Yeah.
He's all, dude, this is right here, dog. This is it right here. And I'm like, dude, you don't think that's gonna be cheesy, bro? Like straight the fuck, that's in my head. I'm like, fuck, like, bro, they're gonna like, dude, a fucking animal, dog. So that's your last name, fool. What the fuck? Like, whether or not they fucking rag on you,
It's your
you got
last
the
name,
dog.
nigga.
It fits.
So anyway, so when he pressed the fucking app, it was on there, Texas State Armadillo.
that's
It's finest, and that's it. And I became
Yeah, that's ill.
from that day. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
ill, nigga.
Until this day, and
That's
then now I got
ill.
the AKA Sharkadillo. You know what I'm saying? The part shark. Watch out, I got that tattoo.
Yeah,
Boom, I just got the whole,
yeah.
Part shark, part armadillo.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
that's dope.
that's my new persona. This is like the harder. This is like I just let loose. I release, dog. Like I said, you know, when I write tracks, dog, I'll sit down and I'm just with a pen.
Yeah, I love that.
No pencil, no erasing.
I love
just,
it. I love it when it's
just
like
going,
that.
just
I
going,
love
going,
it.
going. Never second guessing, not scratching, nothing. That's like if I'm cooking a steak and I second guess. Oh, you know what? I think it's ready. Oh, you know what? No, I think I gotta leave it a little bit longer. You do that, you already fucked up the steak. So I said straight up, it's ready. It's ready. It's ready. Ready. All different temperatures, all different sizes, all different everything, bro. But it's ready. And it's ready all right because these motherfuckers, dude, I get so many compliments on my fucking. Dude, I even got a shirt made for me, dog, that says people come to eat my carne, dog. In the back of that whole dog. It says Texas Armadillo to you and I shirt.
Yeah, that's dope.
Hey, I got you, dog. I will, dude. I will. No bullshit, dog. I will. Hell yeah.
Tomahawk steak.
Yeah. I'm down. Yeah. I'll pay for it over there and I'll bring it. You know what I'm saying?
You cater too?
Nah, they don't do that. Nah, hell no.
Now he's trying to get you on the side.
Oh, like to go cook or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, they got their own recipe, like their own steak sauce, their own like, you know what I'm saying? Like
He
this
said,
is the
I can't
shit.
take it outside the
Yeah, this is the
facility.
shit that makes the meat the way it tastes.
You and I's a legendary restaurant.
1971.
Yeah, this is legendary.
The owner just passed away like 2 months ago, bro.
Damn.
And me and my wife were the only Mexicans inside his rosary thing or whatever. It was all Greeks, dude. And one black guy, which was my homeboy Alvin. He's the dude from Cisco that does the ordering. You know what I'm saying? He even came up to me and told me, dude, I felt hot in here, dog. I'm like the only black dude. I said, well, look at us, dog. We're the only Mexicans. He's like, well, then I'm cool, dog. I'm like, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I ended up going up there because I've been working for these guys since 2001. This man showed me everything that I know on that grill.
That's crazy.
That I am a master at. I'm a beast, bro. You know, nobody can tell me different, dog. Because I know what I'm doing. Well, he showed me the ins and outs of this fucking restaurant, on the steaks, on how to put it, when to pull it, where you don't gotta touch the steak, or you don't have to be like this, or you don't have to nothing. It's just instinct. He taught me that. He embedded that in me, dog. So I spoke at his rosary, dog. I went up and I spoke for on behalf of the restaurant itself. You know what I'm saying? The employees and you know his kids are in the front. You know the son and the daughter. You know, and they're my bosses. And I'm telling them, like, you know, when I first started here, you know, I walked in here. I was 25 years old. I said, I'm 49 now. I said, and y'all are my family. You know, and they look dead at me. Even their his grandkids and grandchildren, they all know me, dog. I said, y'all are my family. I said, y'all's dads lives through my hands, dog. His style of cooking, the way he fucking, from 1971, when he first opened this restaurant and started doing these steaks and the steak sauce and all that, I said, I carry on that tradition right here, dog. I said, nobody else does, dog. Nobody, none of the other steak cooks. I'm the only one that carries his fucking legacy, bro.
That's dope.
And I'm proud of myself for doing that. And my bosses, they take care of me, dog. I'm their family, dog. Regardless, bro. Like, you know, they sponsor me, bro. They don't even tell me no, dog. I just tell them, hey, bro, I'm gonna do this show, boss, whatever. All right, get back with me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll break bread. I got you. Boom. All right, you know.
That's
shit.
fire.
Who's gonna do that, bro? Like nobody.
Shit, not a lot.
Bro, it's like I got it made there, dog. Like God is good, man, and God has me there for a reason, dog. And I work in like 200 degrees, 300 sometimes.
Yeah.
It's hot outside. It's hot in front of that grill, and it's mesquite, burning flame, dude, hot than a mug. And I'm there busting ass, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So these are
mesquite grilled steaks, bro.
How is that? So y'all are putting wood in the...
Yeah,
I'm feeding that fire, bro. That fire has to it has to burn
grill,
hot.
man.
It has to burn hot in order for like that. You get I work lunches,
You need
bro.
that sear.
Wait, hold on. Walk us through your day
You need that sear.
from waking up to do the steaks to being there.
Oh, what?
Steaks are probably prepped overnight. So
Nah, hell no, ain't nothing
they're not
prep.
marinating?
Nah, I'll
Fresh
tell you
as
right now
fuck.
exactly the method. Like, I get up in the morning, take a bath, smoke some weed, go to work. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, my boss bitches about that all the time. But I mean, fuck it, I'm here, boss. I'm ready to work, and I bust ass, dog. So they know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, anyways, I go in, I start setting up. I fill up all my all the drawers with all the different kinds of meats. I got sirloins, I got ribeyes, I got quail, I got mahi, I got salmon, I got chicken, I got pork chops, I got brochet, shrimp brochets, I got bone-in ribeyes, porterhouse T-bones. And this is all shit that they all order different and at different temperatures. Remember that. Yeah, it's not all the same where I'm putting it out. Everything's different. Every ticket has a different steak and shrimp, steak and quail, lobster and steak. Fucking dude, it's like, and you're getting bombarded. There's times, because I work lunch, I'm fast. I'm the fastest they got, and they know it. Even the waiters even tell me, like, you're working today, we're going to make some money.
Yeah.
I know we're going to make some money today. Like, and they love it. Every single steak goes out with diamonds. Every single steak goes out with love. I do the method is, we got a tenderizer that we use that if you stick your finger in there and you leave that motherfucker in there, it's going to chew through your skin. That's how potent that tenderizer is. So we just dip the steak. The steaks are not marinated or nothing. They're just cut. They're ready. Boom. I take them out of the fucking drawer, drop it in that marinade real quick, pull it out, season it with some seasoned salt, throw it on the grill. I'll baste it with some base that they make. He goes to the side and he makes that shit once a week by himself. Yeah, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And dude, he kills it with that. So anyway, so I baste it, dog. Boom, I baste it. I make my flip, and I'm throwing them in angles, dog, so I can get my diamonds. I make my flip. I baste it again. I season it with the salt. Boom, I turn it again. So I'm doing all this method with all these other steaks at the same time. I got to get the temperature right. I got to get the flavor right. I got to get them diamonds right. And I got to get it right on time when the shit's coming out from the back. My steak has to be hitting at the same time with the fucking plate to go the fuck out. So at the same time, I got all these other tickets. I got the shit I got to sell to the back. I got to flip this steak. I got to do this steak. I got to drop this. Bro, if you see me in action, dude, y'all would freak the fuck out. And at the same time, I'm jamming. I got my 80s music on.
Oh, God.
I got my 80s music on. And I'm just, bro, it's just like, and they stand there and they look at me like,
I was gonna say, do they just leave you the fuck
like
alone?
this motherfucker?
Better.
Yeah, dude, yeah. And I'm just gliding, bro. I'm gliding, dog, hiding a motherfucker. I'm just, I'm bro.
That have the AirPods and you're still with the radio.
Dude, I'm just, I'm jamming my shit. Even the customers over the radio that they have playing, you can hear my motherfucking music, dog. George Michael playing, Bee Gees playing, all kinds of Journey, all kinds. It's just playing the play, and I'm just fucking just going, dog, in a zone, bro. In a zone, popping it out, making sure everything gets the parsley, gets the garlic butter before I fucking sell it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everything's, like I said, the temperature. As soon as it comes out, I expect you to pick it up because it's not going to sit under the heat lamp. Then it's going to overcook and you're going to say that I overcooked it. Fuck you, bitch. You should have been here when it came out because we're calling your name. Your shit's ready to go. I don't fuck around. When I'm on the grill and they know, bitch, you're going to put it in, it's going to come out fast. You're going to get your shit. I'll get you a well done. A big, thick steak, I'll get it out for you in like maybe 8-9 minutes. Fast. A chicken breast, dude, you want it fast? You fucked up? You need, boom, I'll get it out in a minute and a half. Fast with diamonds, boom. All cooked all the way through. We're good to go. You know what I'm saying?
How big is this grill that you're working on?
The grill's about like maybe...
Fuck yeah.
The grill's like maybe that long,
and
it's about like that wide.
Yeah, deep dish.
Yes, and the
fire.
bars. But then again, I'm reaching in with the tongs. I'm literally in the pit most of the time because I got shit on the back of the grill. My grill will fill up, dude.
Real quick.
Fill up, dog, and I still got tickets hanging. But I'm flipping, selling tickets, flipping, put it on stage, garnishing it. Boom, let's go, boom, boom, and again, next round, let's do it again. And it's just going. By the time I know it, shit, 2 hours pass by, 3 hours pass by, and that's how fast I'm just moving, dog. Just no complaints. Everybody's fucking happy. Restaurant's full as fuck. Nobody's waiting on nothing, bro. They're loving me, dog.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful. You know, thank God that.
What days you work there?
I work Monday nights. That's the only night shift I have, and they have me on the busy mornings, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday lunch shift. Boom. I'm fucking, dude, I'm a beast, bro. That's why they have me there, dog. And then even at night, they're like, why don't you work the weekends? I said, I did my time in the weekends. I remember back in the days, dog.
God.
I miss Christmases, Thanksgivings, birthday parties, all kinds of shit with my kids, bro, because of this job. Because I worked the weekends, I worked at night, I didn't get out till 11, I went in at 4, and I'm just smashing for years, dude, years. Fuck this shit. I've been here for so long. I want the weekends off. I do shows. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting paid good money. Like, I'm going to only work these shifts.
You earn that.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, everybody, they're like, dude, you got the fucking most sickest fucking schedule, dog. Like,
you earn that.
Bro, I've been here for so long, dog, that I deserve that shit.
Yeah,
you know
you earn that.
One that's not the oldest, but the longest tenure.
We got Estela. She's been there 32 years.
Damn.
No, she's a waitress.
Okay.
She's still there. Everybody knows her. Like, it's crazy. You mentioned you and I. They'll bring out, Estela. And I'm like, wow.
That's crazy.
We got her and then my brother-in-law, Robert. He was there a year before I got there. So he's been there. I've been there 22 years, something like that. He's been there like 23 years. So we're the 3 longest people that have been there. Yeah. I've seen the boss's kids grown up, but before
like
they were
fucking
training,
children.
Yeah, they're grown. You know what I'm saying? Little Georgie, he's a manager now, bro. I used to play football right there, dude, with him, do a little paper football. He'd be running around, grabbing the waitresses' asses and shit now. And now he stepped up. He's a manager now. Like, he opens, he closes, like he does. Yeah. Bro, it's crazy, dog. And he respects me, bro, because he knows.
You been there as long as you.
Yes, dog. See, I taught him how to cook steaks.
Right,
bro.
right.
I could walk off the grill and he's managing, and he'll be like, "Go, dog, go do what you got to do."
Yeah,
he knows what he's doing. Like,
yeah.
why? Because I showed him. So he respects me to the fullest because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's live.
Yeah, that's fire.
That's fire as fuck.
Family, dog.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, man.
Hey, well, before we get up out of here, give me your top 3 steaks and at what temperature?
Oh shit, medium. That's a medium all the way on any steak.
Okay.
And then we got right now we got a prime bone-in ribeye that's exclusive. It comes in a pack, 22 ounces. And it has all the gristle, so it's like almost a Wagyu steak. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Wagyu.
Yeah, Wagyu.
Okay, it's like an expensive fucking tender steak.
Yeah.
Like you don't got
a lot of marble.
Yeah, we got those right now. You know what I'm saying? My boss wants me to hustle them, so I'm putting out there. Y'all go out there, have one of them steaks. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
we got that. We got that.
Clip this out and make it a commercial for you and I.
The 20-ounce T-bones. Those they're tender, real tender. They're the fillet part. It's like a big old chunk. It's almost as big as the strip part. You know what I'm saying? And then our filet mignons, bro. Our filet mignons are so tender, dude, and he cuts them. They're 10 ounces. There's sometimes where he cuts them even bigger, dude. And I'll put out the steak, and it's like fucking like a la verga, dude. Like, damn. Hey, we don't sell the bacon. We used to sell the bacon wrap, but he would always make us take off the bacon. And then, you know what I'm saying, now he bought the big old saw. He has a saw now. Yeah. So we cut the steaks from scratch, the pork chop. He cuts all that, the boss, the owner, you know what I'm saying? He comes in, which is the son now. But he does all that, you know what I'm saying? So we got fresh meat, dude, and it's black Angus meat. We use quality meat, top fucking of the line shit, dog. And that's no cap, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of these other Greek restaurants, a couple of other ones, you know what I'm saying? They have the same prices, but they don't have the same quality meat. You know what I'm saying? We're not all the same, so know that. All Greek restaurants are not the same, you know what I'm saying? We serve quality meat.
Well, shout out you and I, man.
Oh, God.
We need a sponsor. We need sponsors too, bro.
Oh, God. I know y'all got
however you want to consider that sponsorship.
We have lamb on Sundays.
Negotiate on the table.
Like, we got gyros, yeah.
I want to come fuck with y'all, boy.
Yeah, we got all kinds of shit.
You and I was one of my granny and my grandfather.
Fuck with y'all, man. I don't know. I don't think I've been out there, man. I'm not gonna fuck with them.
You know, I ain't never been in that restaurant until I walked in that day and applied and got hired the same day. I was working at the Texas Roadhouse. I had opened that one up, and I was there for 8 months. They stole my car from the front of the fucking restaurant. Dog. And they didn't want to release the cameras. They didn't want to release footage, shit. Crazy. Anyways, I said, you know what, fuck y'all. I went, walked in. I didn't go nowhere else but there to you and I. Miss Sophia hired me, dude. Since then, bro, I've been just rocking that shit, dog.
Yeah, that's it.
That's crazy. So you said 1971?
That's when it first opened.
Yeah, that's how long they've been there.
Yeah. You and I's always been like, in my mind, I feel like in my family, like really fancy fucking place to go. Like,
they remodeled it too.
We rarely went there, but when we went there, it was like, you better enjoy this shit.
It's super fancy. Like, it's fancy, but it's not like the standards aren't upheld. And maybe the quality is just as good, but I just don't, from the outside looking in, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think the standards are upheld as like going to like a Republic of Texas. Like,
oh yeah, their prices are ridiculous over there, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
shit.
for a side, dude, a side of baked potato or a side of veggies or whatever, $20 off the rip just for a side.
At the Republic?
Yeah, or at Cat's Steakhouse, 21.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And their steaks ain't mesquite. Their steaks are broiled in a broiler, which is something like an oven. If you got an oven at the house that has the fire from the top.
Yeah.
So you literally you're pulling this thing out. You're like cooking in the oven, bro.
Yeah, essentially.
That's not a real steak cook. I'm sorry, guys, but I know y'all bust ass on that broiler, dog. But that ain't a for real steak cook, dog. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like we need to have a cook-off.
Yeah, shit, I'm down.
Hey, shout out Alex. We still progress.
Yeah, let's see what. Yeah.
We're not gonna do barbecue anymore. We're gonna do steaks because shit done got real.
Yeah,
real,
baby.
Cats, we gonna see what's up now.
Yeah, $20.
Get in contact with us.
Yeah.
$20, I'll get a steak.
Have
2
you ever
sides,
been in the
salad, and
cook-off or
everything.
anything like
Okay,
that?
Hey, you and I?
prices over there,
They're not bad at all.
Okay.
The
Hey,
lunch
you and
special-
I, for $20, you can get a steak.
For $20, you get an 8-ounce steak, soup, salad, fucking side, everything, dog.
No tax,
You feel me?
right?
But with a water,
I'ma
dog.
just come
Because
with
in
the
the water,
$20
you
bill.
get a Coke. That's
Is
gonna
this-
be like
is
$25.
this during dinner time, or is
That
this
nigga said
also-
with
That's
a-
lunch.
$25.
That's lunch.
So how much is that same thing for like during dinner time? 'Cause I'm
Dinner
people
time,
paying-
it's
I'm
like
paying
maybe
$30.
it's like maybe for an 8-ounce, probably like maybe $4 or $5 more than
Okay,
what
I'm
than
getting
for a
paid
lunch. You know what I'm
$30
saying?
to get a restaurant.
But
That's-
still,
that's
hey,
fair.
our 8 ounces, bro, the way they're cutting them, dude, they're fucking chingones, dog. I've been putting steaks and putting the 8 ounce when we sell because we got the 8s and the 12s. Sometimes the 8s look bigger than the fucking 12s.
Yeah.
They're a big old slab, dog. And the wait staffs, dude, they love me, dog. They're like, man, I got you right here. You're gonna make $20. You're gonna make $40 right now.
Damn.
And bet that, dog. And these months they make money, dog. They love it when I work, dude. They make money. They don't have to send steaks back. I'm on point. They don't got the customers complaining. If a customer's gonna complain, it's because they ordered the fucking steak wrong.
Right.
They don't know how to order a steak. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
They go to these other stupid fucking places that
Yeah, fuck
will
they
cook
up.
your steak.
Yeah,
and,
fuck
and you
it
give
up.
them a temperature and they're bringing you something off, dude.
Yeah.
Or you got customers that ask for a medium rare plus, a medium plus. There ain't no
what?
fucking such thing.
I've only heard of medium
they-
rare.
Yeah,
A
no.
medium rare plus?
They say plus. Yeah, okay. Plus means if you're asking for a medium rare plus, that means you want it medium. Because that's the
I
next
would say
temp
you want it
over.
rare.
So you got rare.
Shit.
Actually, you got a blue steak, then you got rare, then you got a medium rare, and then you got the medium, and then you got a medium well, then you got a well done, and then you got leather.
What?
Leather's where it's well done and they still want you to cook it
Yeah,
more,
burn
dog.
it.
Like fucking beef jerky, dog.
Yeah.
So people,
People ask for
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
no, for real, they
I'll
ask for
send
it.
out a beautiful, well done steak, juicy and everything, and these motherfuckers want you to kill it again.
Yeah.
It's already dead. I'm killing it already again,
yeah.
and you want me to murder it again,
Yeah.
dude? What the fuck? Just go buy some beef jerky
I
and bring
mean,
it.
I
heat that
I
hoe up
remember
in the microwave,
homies
you feel
fucking
me?
up the barbecue and pretending like that's how they liked it.
yeah, nah.
Extra crispy on everything.
I'm a
Just say you
medium
fucked
well.
it up.
Yeah, medium is the way to go.
Medium is too much for me, but I'll do medium well.
And I used to only fuck with well done steaks, but recently I'm fucking with medium.
Medium.
I like that red. I'm starting to like the red. in
It's
the
it's
steaks.
it's more
Yeah.
juicy.
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
the taste of the steak.
I like the medium well.
Like me, I don't stab my steaks. We got a jacquard there. We got a jacquard there. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is a jacquard?
It's a fucking thing that has a shitload of fucking pickles on it,
Spikes?
dude.
Oh,
a shitload of spikes in your fucking boom, boom, and it's just tenderizing the steak
Yeah,
right there,
yeah,
right
yeah.
before you put
Like
it
the
on.
hammer they used to have.
Yeah, but this is something.
Like
This
you
shit
just-
goes
it's like
straight
a
through.
press.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
badass, dog.
Yeah.
So I'll do a well done, like if we got a 12-ounce well done. That's the only steak that I actually jacquard, dude. All the other ones, I let them cook all the way through. I'll use the steak weight if I have to for the bigger steaks. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, of course.
And I'm still on point. I'm on point, dude. That's the most important thing of that job is being on point, dog.
Right.
And I'm on point.
And that's just hard, bro.
It is.
It's hard as fuck.
It's not a cakewalk, bro.
It's hard, bro, to cook a steak. Like, imagine if 10 people come in and you got 3 mediums, 3 medium wells, 1 leather, a fucking blue, and that shit is fucking hard,
All
bro.
different types of
Hey,
steaks.
that's
That
when they're
shit-
testing my gangster on that
Bro,
one. You
that
feel me?
shit
dog?
hard,
They're
bro.
testing like, cause I get customers that will do that. They'll got
Yes,
a party
bro.
and they got a temperature. All the temperatures, dude, on the 8 ounces. And I'm
Yep.
like, what the fuck, dude? I guess they're all from different fucking places or something.
Bro, that
but
shit's hard,
I really
dog.
think that's what it is. They're testing my skill, dog. On some real shit. That's what they're doing. They're testing the skill.
Come on.
If this guy has skills, this place is as good as they say it is.
You should have no
or every
problems.
single steak that we,
Had no
or every
problems.
single steak that we're gonna get to this table,
Should have
we're
no
gonna cut
problems.
into it, and it's gonna be exactly
Right.
what we ordered it. And
Yeah.
it's
Like some kind of undercover reality
No,
show
I was saying,
shit.
is there ever been any like food critics or anything?
yeah, I've had a lot of people go in there. I even had, as a matter of fact, I got at the house.
Like TikTok
They
people?
they only give it to veterans, dog. I had a group of veterans. It was 25 veterans, dog. Shit you not, real story, dog. And they all order steaks, bro. All of them. They called me to the table. They wanted to know who cooked their steak. So I went to the waiter, came, hey, you know, these guys, they want to talk to you. And I'm like, for what? And I'm like, so I go over there and they start, and the guy gets up and he has a coin on. I got it at the house. He has a coin. They give it to to people that go far and beyond for veterans, dog.
Oh, that's badass.
So he took a picture. Everybody stood up. They all started clapping. They said, "This is one of the best meals that we all sat down and we didn't have no trouble. Everybody got their steaks perfect. Like, you're the best at what you do, and I would like to congratulate you with this. Not very many people get this, but we're gonna give you because you went far and beyond for us veterans, bro." I stood there like, wow, dog.
Yeah.
This is, bro,
Gangsta.
my shit, dude.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, dog.
Gangster.
So that was a cool thing
Yeah,
to
for
experience.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
That's
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
dope as fuck. That's dope as fuck.
And then of course I get tips. Sometimes they tip me. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
They'll call me to the table. Hey, who cooked the steak? Hey, this is the best steak. Or they'll walk out. Hey, or I even got friends, dude, or even customers, dog. Just customers that don't even know me, dog, but they know what I look like and they know what my steak tastes like. And if I'm not there, they will not order a fucking steak from anybody. They'll order something from the back, dog. And this is real shit, dog. Like, and I'm just like, it sometimes like, I feel like, nah, dude, this is some fucking bullshit, dog. They fucking with me, dog. You know what I'm saying? I know I have to fuck up every once in a while. It can't be like that, but
Not
yeah,
after
I'm just-
22 motherfucking years.
I'm already, dude. It's
Goddamn
just like,
sensei at that bitch.
Yeah.
Boy
dog.
built up a clientele like
that
a
boy a
barber and shit.
sensei.
it's embedded in me, dog. So yeah, shouts out to the you and I. Y'all want to go have a steak? I just named all the times that I worked or whatever.
You know what
So
I'm
y'all
saying?
roll through. Yeah.
Dap said, tell him about when we seen each other in the county. Dapper Don.
Oh my G, dog. That's what's up, dog. Oh, as a matter of fact, he just cut a track, that Jesus track,
Yeah.
right? Like he changed up or whatever.
Testimonial.
Yeah, that was pretty dope that he did that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the stuff that he's been through, and I got 2 tracks with my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
But yeah, I went in the county. That boy was like, everybody knew him. Like he says, celebrity gangster on some real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was pretty much in and out. Like he wasn't even really there. He came in the cell and boom, they're already releasing him. Like that boy got that bomb pretty quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody. I mean, like me, even when I get locked up too, they know me. Like you know what I'm saying? But you're the Armadillo. You know what I'm saying? The other day I put it on my Facebook. I was at the store at Stripes and some dude's he asked me. He's like, hey dude, he's are you're Armadillo, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, man, I've been following you on your Facebook and your shows and everything that you're doing, your music. He's like, man, I respect that, you know, you still hold it down for the city for so many years that you've been doing it. And he starts throwing out names that he grew up with these guys. He threw out Smoke. He said, tell Smoke Beats. I said, what's up? One of the Guates. That's how he knows him. So then I'm about to pay for my drink, right? I'm standing in line, and he calls me again. He's like, hey bro, he's like, what are you buying? I said, well, I'm just buying this right here, this soda. And he tells the clerk, he's like, hey, I got his soda. You go ahead and go. He was like, dang. I was like, man, dude, what the heck? Thank you, bro. I'm like, that's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's
you
live.
walk into a store and this guy just buys you because he knows you from Facebook, the music, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's
grind.
God's talking
Yeah, I
to me,
just want to
bro.
say.
The grind,
The
bro.
grind.
God's
bro,
talking
respect
to
the
me,
grizzly,
dog.
bro.
Come on with it. You know what I'm
Niggas
saying?
respect the grizzly, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
And then today I'm at work about to get out, and then DJ Kane inboxed me. DJ King, my bad. Inboxed me. Hey, what's up? You want to come do the show? My hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, this is what's up. I gotta go wash clothes, but fuck it, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Take care of business and then go. You know what I'm saying? Handle business. And I was like, and I told my wife, man, I said, look, babe, they're looking. They're like they're watching. They're looking. You know, this
Blessing.
guy's doing all these things right now, and he's look at the age he is, and he's still pushing it. Even though, like I said, you know, struggle's real. You know, I pay all the bills. I'm the only one that works. I've been doing it for almost 2 years like that. So my wife's went on disability. You know what I'm saying, because of that neck surgery. So, but God's taken me to a whole nother level, dog. He made me a whole nother man, dog, in itself when I got married to my wife right now, dog. Like, he opened my eyes, dog, because I used to be an asshole and a dickhead, bro. Like, and he gave me exactly what I used to be. He gave me it right back with my wife. You know what I'm saying? So we're exactly the same, dog. So now we respect each other so much that we know each other so much like that we're totally the same, dog. And it's a trip, dude. And my sisters even tell me, motherfucker, see, look, God, you got your right there. That's your wife, and she parked you. And my sisters told my wife that, like, man, you parked my brother, dude. Like, he was wilding out, like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was involved in that fucking shooting and all that shit. So, I mean, she kind of like saved my life, dog. You know what I'm saying? And she's my ride or die with this music thing, dog. She makes my flyers. She's my backbone. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't you got to do this? Hey, don't you got to do that? You know what I'm saying? Same thing with her appointments. I'm the same way with her. Hey, you got this appointment. You got to go, you know, make sure you call your medicines and make sure. So we're on top of each other like that. You know what I'm saying? We take care of each other. We look out for one another. So that's what I'm saying. Now with the surgery, you know, I got to slide back a little bit. But don't think I'm gone because I ain't gone for good. It's just I'm still going to be in the lab. I'm still going to be working. I'm still going to be doing what I got to do. But at the same time, my fucking CD's going to flood the street, dude. I promise y'all, dog. Yeah, expect that, dog.
Talk that shit.
Yep.
Talk that shit, man. Man, I appreciate you coming through tonight, bro.
Yeah, ready.
For real, for real.
Hell yeah.
We gonna end it like that.
Gotta get up in the morning and do it all over again.
All over again,
Wake
bro.
up, take a bath, smoke some toques, and go to work, dog.
Go to work, man. That's right.
Everybody know they can follow you at.
Already.
You can look me up on Facebook under Jimmy and Iris or Texas State Armadillo. I don't have that page no more, but you can, I mean, we still tag it or whatever. And also on YouTube, I got a bunch of videos on there. So go check it out, man. Real talk. You just follow us. I always got something going on. And like I said, the next show, the next track, you know what I'm saying? We just did this interview. I'm still in it to win it, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's just being humble, respectful. You respect people, they're gonna respect you. You give them hell, they're gonna give you hell. You fuck with them, they're gonna fuck with you. So just always remember, you know what I'm saying? Respect is key, dog, in this fucking rap game, dog.
1000%. Hey, I couldn't have said it better myself. This has been another episode of Riding High presents Off the Kush podcast with your boy Skub Dose, man. And we out.